And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. It's Saturday. We made it, guys, we made it through the week. It is Saturday, which I'm super excited about, by the way. Anyway, we're going to talk about a couple things today, but I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good, so go ahead and follow me for more. Hey, Lisa. Also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, because I'm good at it, or you want one-on-one coaching to find out where you're going wrong so that we can get it right and lay out a plan, recreate your SP for you on the spot, and so forth, then go ahead and click the links in my bio. Also, I feel out of breath. Hey, Nadine. Hey, Unapologetically Me. Hey, Mystical Willow. Also, I have a free WhatsApp community. It's free right now, probably not after this weekend, so be sure that you're in that bad boy, okay? So you can be inspired by other people's success stories. Thanks, MKD girl. Hey, Alejandra. Hey, AJ. So there's that. And then also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't trip. I always post the replays on the tube of you. So head on over to my YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. Hey, Jane. Hey, Eleanor. Hey, Jessica. Subscribe while you're there. Let my long-ass YouTube videos of my lives play on repeat. I don't really care. Go ahead and mute the volume. Doesn't even matter. Just help me get my watch hours up. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. Hey, Brandy. So, let's see here. What is... Somebody said something, but now I gotta go. Oh, yeah, Ashley. Yes. Hey, Ren. So yeah, I love waking up to messages in the morning from people saying, guess who's going on a coffee date? Of course you are. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Right? That's the point of this, okay? Is if you guys are, oh yeah, go for it. Ask away. I'd be happy to answer you. Okay. I manifested my SP back in 4 weeks from no contact to fully living with me. So I'm here to help you do the same. Also, I've lost over 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise. So I've also manifested business success multiple times. I've helped over 82 entrepreneurs hit 7 figures in their own business by not working hard. Because why would you want to work hard? That's stupid. Also, I've manifested boatloads of money out of nowhere. So I'm good at it all, so I'm here to help you be good at manifesting whatever it is you want to manifest. He didn't see me. He didn't see... Hold on. Dawn, get a grip. Get a grip right now. The event, he didn't see me for a fact. Oh, I know for a fact. He's from a different country. Okay, keep going. All I know, it's his face. Is it possible to manifest him? 1,000% it's possible to manifest him. Okay? It's 1,000% possible to manifest anybody, even if you don't know who they are. Okay? So your subconscious mind knows who you're referring to. Okay? So you can literally just say he, your subconscious mind knows who that is. Okay? But it's mainly how you're going to describe your SP, right? So you may not even know him, which is fine. So, which is great, actually, because then you don't have a backstory. But it's, what do you want out of a perfect boyfriend? What do you want out of a perfect husband, right? What qualities does he have? How does he treat you? How does he make you feel? Write all that down. Go in whole fantasy mode about your SP and everything that you want him to be. Now, that's now who that man is for you, okay? So you have to see him as the perfect boyfriend for you. Does that make sense? Okay, and then you affirm for him. But this is where law of assumption people tell you it's all about affirming. It's not all about affirming. Affirming is designed for you to control your thoughts, okay? And to keep your thoughts in check and focused on what you want. But it's mainly how you describe this person, okay? How do you see this person for you? And when you see him for you as your perfect person, then that's how he shows up. Plus you're affirming and you control his thoughts. So he may randomly think about you, from the concert, right? And somehow he'll find a way to find you, Okay? Somehow he'll find a way to find you. So you don't have to worry about the how. In fact, you probably won't even guess the how. It's totally like the how is always the trippiest part because you've been so worried about the how that then it shows up not even how you would have ever guessed. Then you're like, oh shit, okay. Fixing my DC account and following me on TikTok. Okay, well, Ren, you have to ask yourself what's more important to you. Do you want them to be with you or do you want them to follow you on TikTok? Okay, if you're seeing them as perfect boyfriend, why wouldn't he follow you on TikTok if that's important to you? Okay, somehow he'll get the idea to follow you on TikTok. For all you know, he's following you on TikTok right now, just not under his name. Have you ever thought of that? Because, hell, I don't even know half of you guys' names, your real names, because of what they are on TikTok, right? So he could have some burner account on TikTok that's already following you for all you know. Okay, so what do you want to know? Yeah, he's absolutely following me on TikTok. He fixed your Discord account, right? The Discord account, you can't view things as an issue. Okay, so if you want to manifest him fixing the account, then start telling yourself that he's totally fixed the issue with the Discord account, and that he's already following you on TikTok, right? Keyword is already following you, right? He follows me on TikTok. Why wouldn't he? Yeah, he already took care of the Discord account issue. Then it fixes itself. That's how you manifest that issue to go the way you want it to go. Hey, J Rose. Well, Viking Mama, shoot that shit back to the top. You could always book another check and a call, but shoot it to the top, okay? Let's see here. Hey, Brittany, girlfriend. I almost feel like I manifested you on easy. I saw, where's your... Hey, you know what? That's how, honestly, this is like, you guys have to look at it this way. This is how it works, okay? This is how it works. Is when you randomly think of something, right? But then you just keep it pushing, guess what? It manifests. Because you didn't suffocate the shit. So many of you guys try to suffocate it. You try too hard. You try. When if you would just randomly think like, oh yeah, he's calling me today. And then go about your day. Like you'd be amazed at how quickly he all of a sudden calls you. Because you didn't suffocate it. You just thought about it one time and kept moving, right? Because think about it this way. If we think logically here, if I was going to sit here and manifest, right, and conscious manifesting, right? But the negative shit that you say out of your mouth one time and you never think about it again, or you have some random negative thought and you never think about it again, and then all of a sudden it shows up and you're like, holy shit, I just thought about that the other day. If that's possible for the negative shit, why would that not be possible for the positive shit? If you instead were just like randomly, try it out for yourself. Just like, oh yeah, the Discord account's been fixed. Now keep it pushing. Oh, yeah. He's calling me today. I know he's going to call me today. And then keep moving. Do you know how quickly you'd get a phone call from your SP? Do you know how quickly they'd contact you if you were just like, oh, yeah. And say it to yourself out loud like that, like so casually nonchalant about it. Just like, oh, yeah, he's going to take me he's going to take me to dinner tonight. Yeah. And then move on. Then just move on. You'd be amazed at how quickly that stuff churns up. Okay, because you didn't harp on it. You weren't trying to figure out, well, when is this going to happen? Why hasn't he done it? Why hasn't he done it? Why hasn't he done it? You know, instead, it's just like a random thought that comes into your head and boom, it shows up. So it's like, do that with something that you want your SP to do. Just randomly have a thought about it very nonchalantly, like matter of fact, right? Because then he's going to get the idea at the same damn time and be like, oh, shit, I might want to call her. I wonder what Lisa's doing tonight. I'm going to take her to dinner. Because you just thought about it once. Like a matter of a fact thing. Just nonchalant. You know, you'd be amazed at how quickly the shit will show up. Because again, you're not putting pressure on it. Stop putting pressure on your stuff, okay? Stop putting pressure on your stuff. Okay, because the more pressure you put on it, it's like saying it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. Oh, it's still not here. Oh, still not here. Oh, it's still not here. Oh, that's right. We still don't have that. Oh, yep, that's right. He still hasn't called. He still isn't contacting you. Got it. Push that out. Keep that in her reality, because she's putting so much attention on it. Like, not, and I don't mean robotically affirming attention. I mean beating yourself down over it, right? Is like checking your phone continuously throughout the day, seeing if he texted you. Because let's be honest, you're not gonna check your phone to see if he's texting you and not have your thoughts waver against that shit. It's not, because the second you check, why are you checking your phone? Right? You're probably telling yourself something like, oh, I wonder if he texted me yet. Oh, and then you check your phone, or you go to check your phone and then you see he has not, and you're like, oh, still no text. He still hasn't called me. Why isn't this working? When's it going to show up? When's it going to show up? Why isn't he doing what I'm affirming for? Why? That's all you're telling yourself throughout the day. Therefore, it's like, well, yeah, you're right. Oh, that's right. He still wants nothing to do with you. Oh, that's true. Oh, you're still blocked on social media? Oh, okay. That's true. We'll just keep everything the same. We'll just keep it all the fucking same. You know, but when you look at things from a different perspective, stop suffocating the shit and just be like, just come from a perspective of, yeah, it's already done. Of course we're in a relationship. Why wouldn't we be? Then all of a sudden, they're going to have the same fucking thoughts. They're going to have the same thoughts over and over and over again. It's really not that difficult. It's really not that. It's only difficult because you guys are trying too hard. You're fucking trying too hard. And then you're constantly beating yourself down over and over and over again. Brittany. Be careful what you test manifestations on. So now you got a pickle. Well, you could see what you want to do with that, right? Affirm for both and see what affirm for both. and see which one conforms the fastest. I'll be willing to bank on which one's going to conform the fastest, and it's going to be the boss. Because you don't have any old history, and because you saw how quickly he confirmed the first time. You did. The first time you said something about him. That's the true. I think you guys would find it easier if you took a page from Brittany's book, okay, where and I always tell you guys this, test shit on people you have no resistance to. Test it for yourself. Watch how quickly you can get them to do, you can get somebody you have no resistance to do exactly what you wanted them to do. Then you're going to be like, oh shit. Okay. Oh, they did that. Okay, cool. So then your SP is no different. Unless you tell yourself that it is, okay? You have to look at it that way, is if you tell yourself that I can't manifest my SP, it's very hard for me to manifest him. That's going to be true for you. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? Yeah, oops, that's me. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have ever met in person. It doesn't matter. You will. You will meet in person. Who wouldn't want other people to have options? and say that he's obsessed with me. Then all of a sudden you have somebody else obsessed with you. The world is your playground, guys. The world is literally your playground if you choose to have fun with manifesting instead of trying too hard and then worrying about the outcome so many times. Christina, it's not bad that you can't stop thinking about him, right? Because think about if you're married to him. Are you never going to think about your husband? No, of course not. That's fucking stupid. You're going to think about him all the time, right? So that's all that is. That's all that is. Jackson Mendoza, are you trying to challenge me? Damn, that's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know where thoughts come from. I know that what kind of thoughts you process, but I don't know where they actually come from. I mean, probably they come from your mind, obviously. Your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are talking to you all the time. Okay, so it's like, but why we have thoughts, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Sometimes you wish they'd go away, right? Just the negative ones. But then again, we'd be walking around like zombies, right? Because they don't have thoughts. So thoughts are what make us function. Your entire life starts with thought. You don't do anything. Think about a zombie, right? What do? They walk. They just walk. Oblivious to the world. They just walk. Because they don't have a thought. Okay? Versus us, we don't do anything ever without first having thought about it first, right? So I'm thirsty. That's a thought, which is what causes you to take a drink, right? Is I'm tired, which is what causes you to go bring your ass to bed. You know, I got to go somewhere. So you go grab your keys and go in the car, right? Thanks, Katie girl. So because of that, thanks Liv Mills, that's where the thoughts come into play, is because you don't realize that you don't do anything in this world without a thought first. So if we didn't have thoughts, we wouldn't be able to eat. We wouldn't be able to drink. We'd all die. Okay. Let's just put it that way, right? We'd all die because there's no thought at all to do anything. Okay. Now we'd save a shit ton of money on gas and we'd save a shit ton of money, but we'd die. And you wouldn't be able to go to work, right? Because sometimes you'll be sitting there, right, and living your best life. Thanks, Mariah. And all of a sudden, you'll be like, oh, shit, I got to go to work. Now you get up and go to work, you know? Things like that. So I know the power of thoughts, that's how we are who we are, and that's how we do what we do, is by thinking. But where they come from, I don't know. Higher power, source, universe, whatever you want to believe in. Yeah, J Rose. So this is part of the problem is sometimes we'll get stuck in a cycle of I can manifest him back. But in order for him to manifest him back, and if you know that to be true, he has to leave so you can manifest him back. So the key, this is where I always tell you guys this, is manifesting them back is not the hard part. It's keeping them. Keeping them is the hard part. And it's not hard. It should become second nature at some point in time. But you'll manifest them back, and then you'll pack that shit up and be like, cool, job done. That's the problem. So therefore, your relationship ends the same way it did the first time. So if you want to go another direction with it, then when they come back, you have to continuously select perfect boyfriend, perfect husband, perfect husband, perfect husband. You have to continuously select that version, right? You can't revert back to who you were before. That's why what we're doing here is evolving as people in general, so that we have our relationships go differently. So if you want to keep them, then you need to learn to shut up. No need to argue, right? For arguing about what? I don't need to plead my goddamn case to you. I don't need to explain myself to a goddamn person. For what? For what? Have you ever noticed that? Like if you're in an argument with your SP, or you're trying to convince them of something, you're trying to plead your case, and you'll literally find yourself saying this to your SP, like, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't see where I'm coming from. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Of course they're not. Because you're trying to force a 3D, and that doesn't work. So it's like, I don't need to tell you shit. If I have a problem with something that you're doing, I don't need to tell you a goddamn thing. If I don't like the way that you said something to me, again, I don't need to tell you shit. Because in here, I'm going to tell you everything I need to know. I'm going to tell you everything you're going to do for me. I don't need to tell you that you need to be a better communicator in here. Oh, you communicate everything with me. You tell me everything, right? I don't need to verbalize things to you. So the same thing with you. You don't need to verbalize a goddamn thing to your SP. If you don't like what he's doing, then you're like, in here, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's a perfect boyfriend. And it will continue to progress instead of, it'll go this way instead of this way. Okay. So, that's where the discipline comes in, is you need to consistently see them as the version of your SP that you want. So then when you're in a relationship, now you rev it up a notch, right? Because now you're like, well, I'm not just trying to date around for the rest of my damn life. I'd like to get married, So now it's no longer perfect boyfriend, it's perfect husband. Oh, he's the perfect husband. He's the perfect husband. You should all be doing that if you're in a relationship, is now he's the perfect husband. Because then guess what he's going to be? The perfect husband. Plus, you need to see yourself as that bitch. I always have the best luck with relationships. All my relationships, they are here to stay. All the men in my life are here to stay forever. And you can affirm for the next step in your relationship too. So if you're in a relationship with him, then you can start affirming for marriage. I'm the love of his life. He's so in love with me. He wants to marry me right now. He is so in love with me. He wants to marry me right now. Right? But pick something to affirm, especially when there's altercations. You can't snow dive. You can't jump off a fucking cliff every time they have an attitude. You can't do that. You can't sit there and be like, oh, now he's got an attitude. Why does he have an attitude, right? Because then it's like, now you're selecting boyfriend with an attitude. Who the fuck wants that? So it's constantly selecting the version of your SP that you want. Then he'll stay and you'll have a great relationship forever. Okay. Is it cool to also say she's coming to see me, or just stick with she's texting? When manifesting contact. Jen. Okay, so I think you manifesting in steps. First of all, you all need to stick in a lane, okay? Whatever your affirmations are, don't change them. Just keep them. Keep them until they show up, and then persist beyond that, because again, we want to keep them. So when they start to do something, then keep affirming that until it's natural for you. It's an expectation. Now you just know he's going to text you because you've been texting each other for weeks. And so now you just know that. Now you can drop that affirmation and move to the next step. But you want to be manifesting a couple steps at the same damn time, because who in the fuck? That's a very long road. I don't want to do that. So instead, that's where, Jen, I tell you, you should be saying something like, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. Those three right there are for contact, okay? But then it's like, he's constantly spending time with me. Or she's constantly spending time with me. She'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now, right? So therefore, you're already working on the next steps at the same time. So because remember, everything is off repetition, right? So your entire life functions off repetition. So the more you can say, she's constantly spending time with me. She's constantly spending time with me. She'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. You're still saying those while you're affirming for contact. So when the contact happens, this is what speeds the rest of it up, because you've already been created the assumptions that you've already been working on creating the assumptions of constantly spending time with you and wanting to be in a relationship with you. So then once that contact happens, it's a lot easier for you to step into that assumption of seeing each other, because that's the natural next progression. And then it's a lot easier for you to step into the assumption. Well, I thought it was a lot easier for you to step into the assumption of relationship. But a lot of you guys, falter on that. And I don't understand why. Why? It shouldn't be hard to assume relationship. That's what I learned. That's what I learned is, and it was confirmed in my 3D, is that, damn, all I had to do was assume when we were spending time together, all I had to do was assume relationship. And it pushed out. So I just had to keep telling myself, yeah, no, we're in a relationship. We have the best relationship. We have the best relationship. And it pushed out relationship. Instead of waiting around till you're blue in the fucking face, hoping one day they're going to get the light bulb moment that goes on and say, oh, you know what? I think I want a relationship. Okay, let's see here. Yes, you do need to get it back. Brittany, stop reacting. You're better than that, bitch. You're better than that. You guys should look at it like every time. You guys should be in competition with yourself, okay? And you should literally look at it all the time as like, I reacted. God damn it, he won. He won this round, but he won't win. He won't win the next, right? So you evolve. Notice, okay, I reacted. So fucking what? I'll give him that one. But I'm going to keep persisting forward because I'm going to turn it around real fucking fast. So if we totally forget about 3D and gutter trash, what are manifesting? Is the word. Yes, Flashy, it will. It will. If you're affirming gutter trash away is designed if you think about her, right? If you think about her. But like I was saying yesterday, when it comes to gutter trash, you absolutely cannot view gutter trash as the reason you and SP are not together. Or the reason why you and SP are not seeing each other and spending time together and texting all day, every day. You can't blame gutter trash for that. A lot of you guys will blame gutter trash for the reason why you and SP aren't together. You can't do that. You can't see her as the reason you're not with your SP. Because it happens one out of two ways. Either gutter trash goes away and everything is great, or if you don't view her as an obstacle at all in your relationship, like, no, you know she's there. But like competition for what? No, I don't think so. No competition. So she's not an obstacle. Instead, I'm going to use her to motivate me and say, oh yeah, no, she will never win this round. I will win, always. And I'm going to get what I want, and she ain't going to stop a damn thing. There's nothing. And tell yourself that if there's gutter trash, there's nothing standing in between me and my SP. There's absolutely nothing standing in between me and my SP, right? Because what you may because there's either she'll go away, right? And then you guys will go back together, or because I've had that happen. I was talking to somebody today where she manifested gutter trash away and then was like, okay, why the fuck hasn't he called me? Right. Because that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Okay. And so the other thing that may happen is he contacts you. You guys talk all the fucking time. Now he's starting to spend a lot of time with you. Gutter trash is still fucking there. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because, and then you're in a relationship. Okay, well now she has to go. Okay, she may very much be there all the way until your full manifestation comes full circle. That's okay. That's okay. Because she's going to have to go away. Gutter trash is going to have to go away. She can't stop it. No one can stop your full manifestation unless you view her as the reason you're not with your SP. Don't do that. Okay, Flashy? But yeah, don't force yourself to think about her to affirm her away. If you don't think about her at all, then don't think about her. I know you guys should be reacting to your 3D any fucking way. For what? For what? Sometimes it will try to trigger you. You're not being tested. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes your 3D will try to trigger your ass. But that's where the growth comes in. Where you're like, nope, not today, bitch. Not today. I will affirm. I'm not going to react to the 3D. I'm going to affirm right through that bitch. Fuck the 3D. Until it shows me what I want. Okay? Well, Kylie, bring it back around. Bring it back around. Okay? And that's the problem, is this is where it doesn't have, nothing has meaning until you give it a meaning. Until you give it a meaning. Okay? So instead, like, I'd be like, let's say you got unfollowed, right? Like you said. So it's like, oh, that man cannot stop thinking about me. That's why he unfollowed you. Because he can't, it pains him to see your sexy ass every fucking day. Yeah, yeah. Because he cannot stop thinking about me. Okay? Or he just doesn't want me to know that he's checking out my shit. That's it. He created a new account. You have to give it the meaning you want it to mean, not a negative fucking meaning. Ever. What, Nikki? Will I get through this year and next year okay? Well, you're going to decide that, bitch. Hey, Amelia, girlfriend. You're going to decide that. I know you know better. Hey, Casper, I'm going to answer your stuff today. Hello, Mariah. Okay, let's see here. I have to go through all these things. Sorry, guys. I get on a ramble spree. Sorry. Let's see here. Can you talk a bit further about the manifest me? You're still doing it right. Yes, Bessie, I am. So what happens, so she's asking if I can talk about the manifest for you. So what happens is I don't have any resistance to your SP. I don't even know them. So I have no old history with them. I don't have any old version of them. I don't need to recreate shit about your SP because I don't know them. Okay? So literally I can tell them what to do, and because I assume, because you are all amazing, I automatically assume your SP is amazing. Why the hell would you want to manifest them back, right? So when I tell other people's SPs what to do, they do it. And they do it quickly. Okay? But I can't, but it's up to you to maintain it. Okay? So it's like, I can bring them to your door, right? But you have to keep them. Okay? So it's not, and I can't control the version of your SP that will show up. Okay? That's up to you. But basically, like, let's say I initiate contact, right? And you get contact from your SP. That's great. I don't stop there. But what I'm not going to do, which is why I'm going to put a time limit on some people, well, people moving forward, is because I feel like, one, it benefits you, okay, to manifest on a time crunch. Get impatient. But what I'm not going to do is manifest, is help them, is get them to contact you, then you fuck it up. They contact you, great. Now you go in desperation mode and spam the shit out of them, and now you go from being in contact to being blocked and ghosted again. So now I tell them to contact you again. Now they contact you again, and then you fuck it up again, and now they ghost and block you again. That same dog and pony show, I don't have time for. I don't have time for when there's other people who are willing to play full out and play their part, right? And persist in perfect version of their SP. Those people, 1,000,000%. So I do, yes, I am still doing it. But I don't quit. I don't fold. Have we met? I don't quit. I don't fold. I persist, and I'm impatient. So some of your SPs I'm getting very impatient with. Very impatient. Okay. Other people have seen massive movement between them and their SPs, and it's escalating rather quickly. Of course it is, because we have to get over the first hurdle. Okay? Because then it's a lot easier for them to do everything else I'm telling them to do, because you're in like feel good vibe about it, right? Where you're like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, let's keep going, right? Now it speeds up. Okay, my SP wants to be just friends, but I don't want to, so I'm removing myself. Is that good? No, DJ. Your SP only wants to be, here's the deal. Your SP only wants to be friends because you are questioning your relationship with him. Okay, you're questioning, is this like just a friendship thing? Like, you know, does he just want to be friends? Where are we going with this? Why isn't he committing to me? Why aren't we in a relationship? And now what does he do? Confirm. Yes, I just want to be friends. Okay? Because you're mislabeling it. However, if you would change the label and change the story, then he must assume the same. So he doesn't want, so there's another person that's just like this, right? Where he was like, we're just friends. And she was like, there's nothing about our relationship that screams friends. And what do you think happened? They're not friends. He literally just told her the other day he loved her. Of course. So it's whatever label you want to assign your friendship. Okay, do you want to assign it friends? Do you want to assign it friends with benefits? Do you want to give it the label of friends with situationship? Or do you want to right now start assuming relationship? Because the minute you keep the friends, keep them close. But in here, no, he's in love with me. Oh, he's in love with me. We have the best relationship. Assign relationship meaning to everything he does. And he will turn that around. He'll turn it. You don't need to communicate the shit. You don't need to ask him a damn thing. Right? You don't need to be like, are we still just friends? No. For what? Because he's going to confirm that, because that means you don't know the answer. So instead, no. We have the best relationship. And he will start to treat you like his girlfriend. He will start to call you his girlfriend and do all that stuff. No communication needed. That's the ultimate power, guys, is to stop fucking trying to communicate everything. You don't need to communicate shit. Walk around like a mime. Is that what they call it? A mime. Mime. You know, the guys that do this shit. They're the guys that don't fucking talk. Yeah. Because that's a lot of your guys' problem. That's why they call it the serpent's tongue. Okay, where do you think that came from? Because that'll be the death of you guys, is the fact that you keep fucking talking. And you can't stop talking. And at some point, then you're like, you see it going all the way left. Oh, now you want to shut the fuck up. Huh? You should have shut the hell up from the beginning. There's nothing to debate. Nothing at all. I just say, okay. Okay. I understand. But in here, I am not saying, okay, I understand. I'm saying what I want to hear. What I want to see, what I want to know. That's the discipline. Okay. I'm full today, guys. I feel full today. All I ate was a little chicken. I mean, it probably wasn't good that I ate pizza at midnight. I even brought a piece of pizza to my bed. Thoughts coming from your unconscious programming. How to detach from the outcome. Any advice? Okay, Kin, I think your name is. How to detach from the outcome. I would need more context when it comes to that, because I don't think you should detach from the outcome, right? You want what you want, so I'm going to get it. You know, it's kind of like jockeys. Did you know, fun fact, I have an uncle who's a famous jockey from my dad's side. Go figure. He's Japanese. He's probably like 85 pounds and like 4'5". I only know because somebody wanted to write a book about him and they called my house. I'm like, I don't even know who you're talking about. But good to know. But it's kind of like a horse race, right? Jockeys in a horse race. Do you think for a second that they detach from the outcome? No. They obsess over it. Like, no, I'm winning this race. Oh no, I'm winning this race, right? Same with basketball players, right? Athletes, they don't detach from the outcome at all. They want to win. Oh, and I'm going to win. We're going to win, right? Super Bowl is a classic example of that. Who doesn't want to be the best team, right? Win the Super Bowl. They don't detach from outcomes. You know, 7-figure entrepreneurs, never once did they detach from the outcome of success. Never once, right? So I don't think you should detach from the outcome. I don't think you need to, focus on the fact. I think if you focused on the outcome, that'd be great. As if it's already here, instead of focusing on the fact that everything's not here. So the only thing you should be detaching from is your 3D reality as not being real. That's the only thing I would be detaching from, because anything else, when I was on my weight loss journey, I was not detaching from that shit at all, And I did not detach from me getting back together with my SP. That's fucking stupid. So I don't think you need to detach. That's just my perception. You have conscious thoughts and subconscious thoughts. Your assumptions are stored at the subconscious level, which is why people choose to do hypnosis, because your subconscious thoughts are stored. Your assumptions are stored at the subconscious level. Your subconscious mind is where your habits are stored, right? Your beliefs and your values and your identities. Every one of those is stored in your subconscious mind. Okay. Your 3D, your conscious mind, is where your environment, your 3D, is stored, as well as just yourself. Okay. But everything else that runs on autopilot, that runs your life literally on autopilot, is stored in the subconscious mind, right? That's the unconscious programming. Is it runs on autopilot, which is why which is why you've been subconsciously manifesting your entire life. Conscious manifesting is taking conscious thoughts and saying things in repetition to override the assumptions and to put them into the subconscious mind. That's where that comes from. So that's the difference between the two. Wait, Liv, your partner passed, like I'm assuming died, a year ago when you were pregnant? First of all, I'm very sorry for that. I thought he was my SP. I feel lost. Well, no. Okay, well, he was, right? But as SP is a specific person, so it could be anybody, right? It could be anybody. So, I mean, you can manifest a new SP, one that's just like your partner. If you thought your partner was perfect, write it down. Everything that you loved about this person, and then leave yourself open, because you will get somebody that will come into your reality that matches everything that you loved about your partner. It'll be like a clone. Hell, there's that saying that we all have a doppelganger. Maybe you'll meet his doppelganger, right? Where it's him and the clone, literally. People thought that I was Christina Ricci's doppelganger. I don't think I look anything like her at all. I literally don't think I look anything like her. Would it work better for me to affirm that we are happily married, or that him and Gutter Trash have broken up? Well, Phoenix, that depends, okay? It depends on where you're currently at in said relationship, okay? If you're in a relationship, then yeah, you can affirm that you're happily married, okay? But so many coaches out there will tell you to live in the end, okay? Live in the end. But the problem is, living in the end of marriage and you're in no contact with your SP is really, really difficult. Really, really difficult to live in the end of that shit. Sorry, I was just reading a text that came through regarding Gutter Trash, actually. And, it's funny, guys. I told you about Gutter Trash. Oh, to answer the second half of your question is where that him and Gutter Trash have broken up. So yes and no when it comes to that. I wouldn't recommend that you, well, thanks, Sherry. They thought I could play Wednesday from the Addams Family. Yeah. They wanted to, I had several acting agencies want to hire me to play her second half. And I was like, I swear to God, I don't look anything like her. But everybody else, people used to walk around like the paparazzi at my schools, taking pictures of me thinking I was her. So, anyway, I digress. Hello. Okay, so when it comes to gutter trash, I would just affirm gutter trash away to the dumpster she crawled out of, right? To just the dumpster that they crawled out of. Because here's the thing. If you're focusing on them being together, then whatever has to happen for her to be gone will happen. I didn't dye my hair black one time, Diamond. Never again, by the way. I look like death. But so like, and on top of that, remember I told you guys to start assuming that gutter trash is absolutely, I don't care if you've never met the bitch before, gutter trash is absolutely jealous of me. Oh, she's jealous of me. Because if that means that she has to find out about you, then that's what's going to happen. Thanks, Layla. Because it was just confirmed in a message I just got. She found out. And then called her, texted her, and now guess what happened to gutter trash? Blocked. You know why? Because what did gutter trash try to do? Force the 3D. Somewhere in her delusional mind, she thought it would be a great idea to call the girlfriend. Let's call the other one. And as we all know here, it doesn't work. Okay, it never works when you force the 3D, ever works. Okay, so if you just affirmed gutter trash back to the dumpster she crawled out of, that's exactly what's going to happen. But I wouldn't focus on they break up, they're broken up. Because no, I'm affirming for me and my SP. Gutter trash is on her way back to the dumpster she crawled out of. Oh my gosh, speaking of gutter trash, I read this article today. So I thought, okay, this shit had me dying. I'm just not going to lie. This gutter trash story had me dying because I was like, first of all, that's one clever ass bitch. So what happened? Now she's in jail, but that's okay. This is quite the point. But don't ever take it to this level of fucking crazy town, guys, with your SVs. But affirm gutter trash does this shit. So what happened was her boyfriend broke up with her. She obviously was not very thrilled about it. So I'm going to go out on a limb and assume she was stalking his ass, okay? Because somehow she knew that he was talking to somebody else and that he was going to go on a date. And she knew where the date was going to take place. Okay, so somehow she was stalking his ass. So what she did is she chose to force 3D. And she hired okay, excuse my English. She hired a mariachi band, you know, like the loud ass fucking Hispanic bands that show up and they play loud ass freaking music. So she hired them for 3 hours to go to this restaurant where he was going to be at for his date with this other chick. And and she contracted them to not just stay at that restaurant, but to follow him wherever he went for 3 hours and to play heartbreaking betrayal music. So could you imagine he's sitting there on the date? Like, they're playing like heartbreaker betrayal music. And whenever they would say some term, they would point their like fucking trombones at him. I thought that was clever too, right? I was like, damn, that's like a whole nother level of crazy town. And I wonder how much that cost her. But I was like, damn. I was like, that was kind of clever. And so he left the restaurant. He tried moving seats in the restaurant and they kept following him. And then he tried to leave the restaurant and they followed him down the street playing music. And so finally, after hours of this, the restaurant called the cops. And so, of course it is, Joe. Of course it is, bitch. So the restaurant called the cops because he thought it was getting out of control. And so her response to the cops was, well, he told me to step back or something like that. Or he told me to leave him alone, so I left him alone, but not in silence. That was her fucking answer. And it was something like that. I thought that shit was fucking funny. I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to tell my crew about this shit because hopefully this is never you guys. Level of crazy town where she thought that would win his heart. I have no idea. But I read the article because I'm like, give me more articles like that because I'd love me a good fucking crazy town story as long as it's not involving me. Of course. But anyway, so I thought that shit was hilarious. But no, so that's like back on track now. We need to get back on track. But let's see here. What else do we have here? Blah, 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 blah. Man, you guys were coming with the questions. And no, Christina, I do not listen to subliminals at all. I don't care to. I never wanted to create the assumptions within myself that I had to do all this shit. I didn't want to overcomplicate the process, right? Plus, the subliminals I listened to, I would listen to them while I was walking because they had good songs on it, but not like a song I could imagine lullabying myself to sleep with, you know? So for that, no. On top of that, there's nothing to say. Okay, so there's no facts in the world, only assumptions, right? So there's no proof, if you will, that your subconscious mind, because here's why I think subliminals are bullshit, if you want to be quite frank. I think subliminals are bullshit because there's nothing out there that tells you that you have to distract the mind because, okay, when do you listen to subliminals? Usually people listen to subliminals when they're going to sleep, right? So all you could hear is music. Show me where someone can prove that they hear the assumption, that your subconscious mind hears the assumptions, hears the affirmations through the loud ass fucking music that's playing. Does that make any sense? No. No. In my opinion, all your subconscious mind's listening to is the fucking music that's playing. Well, that defeats the whole entire fucking purpose. That defeats the whole purpose. Versus a sleep meditation or like a sleep meditation or like a sleep hypnosis is more effective. One, you can hear what's actually being said. Okay, so you can actually, I would suggest you would listen to it before, if you don't get it from me. If you get it from me, why would I fuck with you? I would not. But there's been a lot of people that listen to subliminals that were given nightmares. Yeah, because you don't know what's being said, first and foremost. But a sleep meditation is designed to relax you and talk directly to your subconscious mind, right? But you can hear what's being said. So can your subconscious. So therefore, so can your subconscious mind. You know, same with sleep meditations. It's the same concept, right? It just plays the affirmations with soothing, relaxing music, okay, which is designed to put you in a calmer state, a relaxed state. Because when it puts you in a relaxed state, it shuts down, like, because you can listen to hypnosis whenever you want. You can listen to hypnosis audio whenever you want. Like, it could be like 12 o'clock noon and you can play that bad boy. Because all the hypnosis audio is designed to do is put your conscious mind to sleep, if you will. You're not sleeping, but it's to distract your conscious mind so that your subconscious, like, it relaxes your conscious mind so that your subconscious mind is wide open to suggestion. It puts you, hypnosis puts you in SATS, state akin to sleep. Okay. So therefore it's wide open to suggestion. That's way more effective than subliminals are. I think subliminals are bullshit, to be quite frank. You know where the whole subliminal thing got started, actually, is because there used to be a theory when it came to musicians, that they would record a song, but if you played the song backwards, there were suggestions in it. That's where the whole fucking subliminal shit got started. And now people capitalize on that crap and have people so convinced. Sorry guys, I'm combining my Gatorade bottles because I'd like to start one and not finish it, then start another one. Now I have 2 fucking open bottles. Now I only have 1. Okay. But so that's where subliminals, I think it's all crap, to be quite honest. I think it's all crap because I know how the subconscious mind works. It's my whole background is the subconscious mind. So it's like loud ass fucking music playing and not hearing what's being said. First of all, it just sounds shady as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like from a logical standpoint, I'm like, well, that sounds shady. Why do I need to play loud ass music? And then you're saying affirmations like this. Why? Why do you need to hide what's being said in the affirmations? Why? And so I would only listen to the subliminals because I liked the fucking song. So I literally would be like on my walk listening to the subliminal because I liked the song and then affirming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I would sing to the song that was being played. But there's nobody that can show me that the song is distracting your conscious mind, so your subconscious mind is hearing the affirmations that you can't even fucking hear. Does that make any sense to you? Does that make any sense? You can't even hear them. What the fuck makes you think your subconscious mind can? That doesn't make any sense at all. So I don't think you need to do that shit. I don't think you need to do that. Hey, Blotsby. So, and I know where this is coming from. This is coming from the subliminal community or the law of assumption community that likes to make subliminals as well. But there's a couple of them I know make subliminals. And the only reason they do that, let's be honest, is because they're fucking popular online, on YouTube. They're popular on YouTube. So they will make subliminals because they're fucking popular. That's the only reason why, because if they actually knew the law of assumption, because that's what they teach, right? If they actually knew the law of assumption, then they, and that's the problem. That's the problem I have with law of assumption coaches out there is, the law of assumption. So why are you creating assumptions in your communities that don't benefit them? Why would you do that? That's fucking stupid because you know that everything's an assumption. And if you're a creator, right, then people at some level look up to you for advice. So who are you to create assumptions in people that are going to fucking hurt them? Why would, or won't not hurt you necessarily, but not benefit you in your manifesting? Why would they do that? Because they need content. But it's all bullshit. And they make subliminals. For what? For what? Because it's clickbait. If I wanted to, I could post hypnosis recordings on, I thought about it. Oh yeah, that's why they make subliminals for YouTube. Because I posted a hypnosis recording on YouTube for weight loss. And I've never had a violation on YouTube ever. But all of a sudden I got a violation from YouTube. And it literally was a weight loss hypnosis recording. That was it. And they accused me. They accused me of encouraging, what's that shit? Where you throw up? The opposite of anorexia? Is it anorexia? I don't know. That's what they accused me of they accused me of encouraging that behavior. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, most of these freaking affirmations in here are self-concept affirmations. And like, different things like that. There's nothing to encourage freaking, it's like I was so lost. But if I was to make a subliminal, I would get no violation. Why? Because the AI bots can't even hear the suggestions. So don't even get me started on subliminals. Oh, Robin, I just got your email or your text, by the way. So I'll reach out to you. So there's that. I don't deal with any of that. How do you deal with it? See, you guys should not, when it comes to your SPs, you should not be in a state of missing them. Okay? Everything is a state, okay? Everything is a state. So you're either in a relationship state or in a missing him state, okay? So if you're coming from a place of missing him, what do you think? Unless you have convinced yourself, and I mean convinced yourself, that this man is on a whole ass vacation or out of town working somewhere, and that's why you miss him, missing him implies he's not here. So therefore, he can't come back here because you miss him. We don't miss what's here, do we? I try, unless you're me, I try to tell my boyfriend, like, I'll miss you. And I say it exactly like that. I'll miss you. He's like, I'll miss you too. Like that. And I'm like, he's like, we live together and I see you all the time. I was like, yes. Right? But it's a joke. It's literally a joke. But missing that person and being in that state implies he's not here, which keeps him at bay. Okay? Which keeps him at bay. So instead, you should be putting yourself in the state of relationship, happy relationship, committed relationship, because that your 3D has to match that. The state that you're in, right? It's a timeline. And so now you're in relationship state. There they are. Now they're conforming because that's the state of relationship, kitty cat cat. Okay? So don't go, hey Jackie, so don't go into missing him state. Go into go into he loves me state. Or he's so in love with me. He is so in love with me. I don't care if you're fucking crying. Affirm through the tears. Affirm through the tears. Even if you do miss him, right? You have to push forward in relationship state. Like, oh no, I don't think so. We're together. Okay, you have to put yourself in that state. And because this is why you're dealing with impatience. You're dealing with impatience because you're in the missing him state. And therefore you're going to continue to miss him, right? Like, who do people miss? Look at it this way. Who do people miss? People that are, not of the living anymore, right? People who have moved away, right? People who have gone somewhere else. That's who people miss. People don't miss each other. Even in a relationship, when you miss him, why do you miss him? Not because he's home right now or he's at work. You miss him because he's on a business trip somewhere. He's gone away, right? And that's the only time people miss people. And so we need to shift you. You need to shift out of missing him state to love state, relationship state. And then you will see him conform because that's the state you're selecting, right? It's kind of like with money. You cannot be in broke state, you cannot be in broke state expecting to be rich. That's not how that works. You have to be in rich state and then you get rich, right? Versus, because it's impossible to be broke and have rich thoughts. It's impossible to be rich and have broke thoughts. Okay? So that's where the affirming comes from. Out, but I said it's not like he's out looking. My SP and stop listening. And Joe, you're only gonna listen to him. Exactly. You're only gonna listen to him when he tells you what the fuck you want to hear. Huh? Charlie, let's listen to your fucking self right now. I want you just to listen to yourself right now. Your SP spent the night at his parents' house. Why are we spiraling about it? That's a good ass question. Yeah, you should get on your own damn nerves. I could imagine, I could see you being in your thoughts about feeling some type of way about that if you didn't know that he was actually at his parents' house. Okay? Like, or, you know, based on history. Then I can see why you may have a problem with that. But just the fact that he's literally at his parents' house, who gives a shit? Who cares? They're his parents after all. I personally don't sleep at my parents' house, but that's just my own prerogative. I don't. But some people aren't like that, right? So I definitely would not spiral about it because, and if you did, obviously you did, change it in your mind. Change it in your mind because, like, eventually you're going to create the I don't trust him version. The it needs to lie to me about everything version. So, I mean, it'd be different if you were like, my boyfriend didn't come home last night and I'm spiraling, bitch. Okay, I would understand that more than I would understand the fact that he was at his parents' house. Oh, Jacques. Tarot cards and psychics. And that topic comes up again. I think it's all completely bullshit. It's all completely bullshit. Okay? Because here's the thing. Tarot card readers and psychics are not fucking stupid. Okay? They know how the subconscious mind works. They know how you operate. They know human design. Okay? So if you hire a tarot card reader or a psychic and you tell them, I want to know about my relationship with SP, that tells them all they need to know. That tells them all they need to know. Because you certainly wouldn't be going to a psychic or a tarot card reading about your SP if you were in love, would you? If you had a great relationship, would you? Like, would you go to a tarot card reader or a psychic about money if you're wealthy? No, you wouldn't. Okay, you wouldn't. So because of that, that tells them everything they need to know. So now they use that. They leverage that. And now they tell you everything that you don't want to hear. Oh, some of them are crazy with it. They'll be like, oh, he's seeing gutter trash and he's going to break up with you and he doesn't want to be with you. He's not good for you, right? They'll tell you because there's only one reason you're there asking, okay? And so, and it's like I said, it's not because everything is peachy keen in your fucking relationship. So there's only one reason you're asking and therefore they will give you the answer that you don't want to hear. Problem with that is the second they open their mouth and give you an answer that you didn't want to hear, because you listened to them, right? Why would you, if you didn't believe in, at some degree, in tarot card readers or psychics, why would you even go to one, right? I think they're bullshit. So I would never pay for one. That's a bad investment. Who the fuck does that? You know? So because of that, I mean, I've done it for free, don't get me wrong. Like the pick a card readings, but it's only for pure entertainment. I would literally pick the card and pick another card and pick another card and pick another card until I got the card I wanted. And I'd be like, yep, she's right. That's the only time she was right, is when I eventually picked the card I wanted to hear. Okay? But the problem is that's not how people go when they go and pay money for psychics and tarot card readers, is they hear something they didn't want to hear, and then they now listen to that advice that taints their fucking thoughts and proves true in their reality. So then they go, shit, she was right. No, she fucking wasn't right. No, she wasn't right. But the only reason she was right is because you chose to give a shit what she had to say. And that tainted your thoughts. I had somebody like this. She came to me because she did a tarot card reading. I'm telling y'all, get off ChatGPT, dog. ChatGPT should be writing copy if you're a business owner, creating recipes if you're not, or fucking pictures. Seriously. ChatGPT should not be running your life and your future. and he's not, and shouldn't be your therapist. But she got a tarot card reading, and the tarot card reader said something like, ooh, yeah, he's going to break up with you in February. In February. She was told this in January. So I said, well, what do you think? Okay, well, are you talking, Mystical Willow, are you talking about the admin WhatsApp? So the only reason, so then what do you think happened the second she heard he was going to break up with her in February? Man, she probably went around town like that's all she thought about. And the closer it got to February, oh man, in here, it amplified. He's going to break up with me. He's going to break up with me. Oh my God. And then February 1st came around. Oh, that shit was hella loud, right? Oh my God, it's February. Any day now he's going to break up with me. Therefore he did in February. She's like, the tarot card reader was right. I said, the fucking tarot card reader was not right at all. Was not right at all. But you walked around town saying he's going to break up with me in February. That's what she said. So therefore, that's what was right. It wasn't the fucking psychic or tarot card reader. I told, and Jacques, just so you know, oh, bulimia. Yeah, that's what it was, bulimia. Just so you know, Jacques, you're welcome to buy my services in a couple weeks where I will be offering psychic readings for you. I'm going to get the hat and all of that. The genie hat. And I'm going to give you the best psychic reading of your fucking life. Here it is, okay? Here it is. I've actually, if you don't know by now, we're all psychics because we all control our future, right? We all control our reality. And so here's my psychic reading to you is, oh, you're getting back together. You're absolutely getting back together right now. Any day now, she's coming home to you. And you're going to stay together forever. You're going to have the best relationship of your life. And you're going to get married and spend the rest of your life together. There you go. I just gave all of you your free psychic reading. You're welcome. Feel free to tip me at any time. The link is in the bio. Thank you very much. Hey Marisol, I am fantastic today. So that's it. There's the psychic reading for you. Okay, but everything was a sign for me. I did everything, anything I ever did was for my own personal amusement. Okay, I thought that shit was bullshit. And so I was like, I thought about purchasing a tarot card reader or psychic reading one time, but I'm like, no, I think this shit is bullshit. So why would I even spend money on it? Because I thought about questioning the validity of psychics. Maybe I will still do that. Because whatever they have to fucking tell me won't take my assumptions at all. But maybe I'll prove it to you on how fucking stupid they are and how bullshit they are, right? Because if she's a psychic, if I went to her and said, I want to know if me and my SP are going to get back together. Well, if she's a psychic, she should already know I'm with my SP, right? I feel like isn't that how that works? I'm just saying. I feel like that's how it works. I always joked and said I'll walk into a psychic with my dad and be like, can you tell us about our relationship? And see if she starts talking about a lover's relationship when that's my fucking dad. You know what I mean? So if you want to do pick a card readings, I think they're good on YouTube. Just pick the card until you hear the reading you want. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like, nah, I didn't mean to pick that card. This one. Oh, okay. Now she tells you, because one of them, they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. Then you're like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's my man. Oh, yep. He's coming. Oh, he's coming. Because that's what I did. I listened to one where she's like, I'm going to describe your SP to you. It was some shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, he has brown hair. I was like, that's my guy. She's like, I'm getting the sense that this is a tarot card reader, by the way. She's like, I'm getting the sense that he has, that he wears hats a lot, which is like 99% of men in society. But I was like, oh, yes, that's my boyfriend. He always wears hats. She's like, I'm getting a sense that he's, a little nerdy, a little goofy. And I was like, oh, he's a gamer. So that's him. Man, she totally just described my SP. I said that along with millions of other people that probably watched that shit, right? That's how you have to get them. That's how you have to look at them. Hey, Marlove. I can't wait to read the rest of your message, bitch. I was on my live. I saw the first part of it, and I was like, that's right. Pretend they're at work. If they're long distance, yeah, Layla, like you can miss the distance, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like, don't miss the guy, because that again is implying that you don't talk to him, that you don't see him. Hey, Jessie girl, oh, I need your life, bitch. I need your life. Just fly everywhere. I find myself not around it. Yeah, that's good, because it's becoming an expectation for you, Joe. Right? It's becoming an expectation for you. I love you, Cece. I love how my admin says to check WhatsApp. Bitch, I'm on live. I love her. She's the best. That's right. He's contacting Cece. He's contacting you right now, bitch. In fact, all of your SPs are contacting you right now. Is reacting to that good? Yes, kid. Yes. Okay. Any movement at all, having a positive reaction to that is, it's great. It's great because it reinforces that movement. It reinforces that movement over and over and over again. Okay, it'll constantly reinforce that movement. See, and that's where a lot of you guys, if you're in contact with your SPs, I don't care if it's not consistent. You should be looking at every message they send you as a relationship. I don't care how platonic the message was. That's honestly, that's how texting works in relationships. A lot of it's platonic. Like, hey, what's for dinner tonight? You know? So, that's right. I like you, Layla. So this is where my SP's perfect. Hola, Glareworks. You know, the funny thing is, when it comes to futures, is there's no future. Okay? There's no future at all. There's only the point of now. 1 minute from now, what will it be? Now. Tomorrow, what will it be? Tomorrow, today, now. Right? Like, you can plan for your future, like plan your birth date, you know, or plan your birthday, duh. You can plan your birthday celebration, or you can plan a vacation, but when you actually go on that bitch is now, today, right? So there's actually no future at all, but you plan your future if you want. Okay, Glareworks, ain't nobody like a bragger, bitch. Ain't nobody like a bragger. Oh yeah, I'm coming to your wedding, Cece, for sure. Nobody likes a bragger, okay? Because I love hibachi. In fact, one of the most famous hibachi grills is named after me. Kabuki. I'm just kidding. But I like to tell myself that. I also like to tell myself that my family clearly had bad writing. You know, back when you had to, you know, physically write shit because there was no computers. And when my family migrated from Japan. I'm pretty convinced that they misspelled their last name because we're the only ones that spell it with an O and not an A. And so I'm like, I don't think that was, I don't know. I think that they, at some point in time when the census, that's what it was, the census came around, they fucking thought the O wasn't, they thought the A was an O. And now here we are. Different. Is affirming wrong? They said that affirming is telling yourself that you don't have it. Okay, Christian. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Okay? You're not stupid. Whoever said that shit is fucking stupid. I need to start taking screenshots of these bad boys. I want to put them because I'm going to address these in video content because I think it's fucking stupid. Okay, so affirming is not wrong. Okay, affirming is just a thought. Okay, it's a thought. We have 60 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. Every single day. So affirming is not telling yourself you don't have it. It's actually telling yourself you do have it, right? Because who talks about things that they don't have? If they do, it's how it's worded, right? So affirming, it's all about how it's worded, okay? So if you were to say like, I want $1 million, well, then that is implying you don't have it, right? But this is why, if you'll notice, when I word affirmations, I don't come from a place of lack, of not having, of, like he misses me. That's implying he's not here, right? Things like that. So instead it's like, no, he'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay. That's implying exactly what it means. And then it's like, he's always calling and texting me. That's affirming that he is, right? So you have to look at it this way. If you're in a relationship with your SP, would you not be thinking positive thoughts about you and your SP throughout your day? You would. Well, that's affirming. But you have your SP, right? So affirming is nothing more than just thoughts. Okay, you affirm 60 to 80,000 times a day. So here, and there's two types of thoughts that you process. One is focused thoughts, right? Focused thinking. So it's like when you're working or you're having a conversation, you're doing things like that, it's focused thinking. Then you have the times when you're taking a shower, cooking, cleaning, washing the dishes, driving in the car, watching Netflix, those type of things. That's when your mind free thinks. And that's where affirming comes into place, because usually it's affirming everything that you don't want. So instead, affirming, all you're doing is conscious manifesting, and you're affirming for what you do instead of what you don't. Okay, so instead of thinking, SP has me blocked, the fuck is that, right? And that may be true, but instead it's like, no, he's contacting me right now. He always calls me. He calls me every day, right? So that is as if you do have it. Your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It doesn't have an opinion. So it's not going to sit there and be like, are we saying this because you don't have it and we want to have it? Is that why you're saying this? It doesn't have a fucking opinion. Its only job is to prove you right. So it takes you at your word. So I hope that made sense, because for me it did. And whoever the fuck told you that shit, unfollow their ass, because they're fucking stupid and they have no idea what they're talking about. And typically they're probably law of attraction, because those are the only morons on the internet that are against affirming. But yet at the same time, they'll make video content where they'll sit there and tell you, sit back, relax, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, and I want you just to listen to what I say. And then what do you think follows that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Fucking affirmations. Affirmations. That's exactly what follows that. So they're fucking stupid. They're stupid, and that tells me all I need to know. That they literally have no idea what a thought is. A thought is an affirmation. Some people out there, they scare me. Oh, yeah, Marla. Oh, I hope the rest of this comes up. She called 3 times. He confessed the friend thing. She did too. She sent me screenshots. What's your opinion on reaching out when you've been ignored for a long time? Let me get back to you, PDB. I'm stuck in this dramatic story at the current second. He called of Marlove's life. It's like reading a steamy novel. He called her. Told her he made the choice for my peace, and she sent me messages today to disturb me. Hold on. You need to just put this all in one fucking shit, bitch. Because now I gotta go back and see all the other people I ignored. He sent her a goodbye message and blocked her, and he still works with her. Of course he chooses you. Don't you love how that all unfolded? So I tell you guys, I'm pretty sure that Marla, if you read her juicy story here, I'm pretty sure that Marla would have never guessed the how. Because who the fuck would have guessed that crazy shit? But don't crazy people do crazy behavior? It's so much fun. It is so much fun to leverage everyone as you pushed out. That's the fun part. Because I tell you, everyone aids in your manifestation perfectly. Gutter trash plays her part perfectly too. They all do. So you don't have anything to worry about. Okay? Everybody will play their part perfectly. Now, Marlove, what you're going to do to help your boyfriend out is she's gone away. She literally has moved away. She got a new fucking job. Yeah, she's moved away. She's completely gone. She needs to get a new job. Period. Or send me her messages and tell me where his fucking employer is located, and I'll send them anonymously to his employer and say she's harassing people. It's very unprofessional. Oh man. It's amazing how people play their part perfectly. That's the best part. Now, that's right, Jacques. I'm so glad. See, look at that. I gave the best. I got to take a screenshot in case I do offer that service eventually. I have one testimonial already. The best and most accurate psychic reading of his life. Oh man, it's the best. I'm good at this. I'm a natural psychic. I'm a natural psychic. The difference is when people hire me, I'll give you the best psychic reading ever. Because I want to help you, not hurt you and fuck it up. That's bad for business. They're bad for business, okay? But I'm thinking their logic is where now that they caused the breakup by getting you fucked up in your thoughts, then they're going to come back and hire me and see how they can see if they're going to get the honey back. Okay, PDW, no. The answer to your question is a hard ass no. Okay, what's your opinion on reaching out when you've been ignored for a long time? No, at all. Okay, and I'm going to tell you that honestly speaking, okay? Why I say that? I say that because you're coming from a place of you've been ignored for a long time. Okay, so you're viewing him as you're selecting ignoring SP. Okay, so if you view that he's been ignoring you for a long time, whatever that message that you intend to send to him and reach out to is going to come from chasing. It's going to come from chasing, and you're likely not going to get the response you're looking for, because, or a response at all, because he hasn't been ignoring you at all. He has not been, your SP has not been ignoring you at all. Because the reality is you are not knowing and expecting him to contact you. Okay, you're not expecting perfect boyfriend. You're not expecting the version of your SP that you want. I don't think you want your SP to ignore you. So the fact that you're not The fact that you're not persisting in the version of your SP you want tells me that he's not going to, he's going to do one out of two things. Not fucking respond at all, or respond and get you fucked up because you're trying to force a 3D. And that doesn't work if you have not been paying attention. Forcing a 3D does not work. And it's going to backfire. Okay? Okay. So hold your questions because we're going to do the energy clearing. Because I forgot to charge my chargers. So I have to go grab my other one. So we're going to go do the energy clearing and the photo method. Okay. Tarot readers can guess the description of our SP. During live, they said. Yeah, don't buy into it. I don't buy into it. Only hear what you want to fucking hear. You should all only hear what you want to hear. And reject everything else. And if you guys need help getting in the state, I already told you to, for free, go to YouTube and go to pick a card reading and then pick a card and go through all the cards until you get the reading that you want. And then be like, yes, that's the reading. Yes, that's it. She's right. That's exactly what's going to happen. Right? That will help keep you, I'm dead ass serious, to be quite honest. I'm dead serious. Because I think it will keep you in the state. Now, don't fucking buy any of their shit. I didn't say go buy a psychic reading or a tarot card reading. I didn't say any of that. Don't buy love spells. Don't buy none of that shit. Just do the free content and their pick a card readings. And again, only pick the card and keep picking them until you hear what you want to hear. That's it. Don't listen to anything else. I never did. I told you I did it purely for entertainment. I literally was like, first card reading, I was like, no, I don't like that one. She's wrong. Second card reading, nah, she's wrong. Yep. Reject everything and only accept what you want to hear. Exactly, Marisol. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They're not in the business of telling you what you want to hear. Tarot card readers and psychics. Because if they told you what you want to hear, then you wouldn't need them again, would you? No, you wouldn't. I want my SP to follow me on Instagram, but I don't know if that's like implying we're not together. No? Well, Dominique, it depends on how you would give that meaning. Okay? It depends on how you would give that meaning. Because me and my boyfriend don't follow each other on Instagram at all. And we're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's not a big deal. I don't really give a shit. One way or the other. Now, if you have the assumption that you're in a relationship because they're following you on Instagram, well then yeah, you can do that. But I don't know why you guys care. I don't know why you guys care. I'll be quite honest with you. Social media does nothing but cause problems in relationships. It does. Social media causes a lot of problems in relationships because you read into too much shit. You're now questioning who his fucking friends and followers are, who his followers are, which most of the followers that people have, they don't even fucking know, right? You're looking at all his comments, you know, all of that stuff. And it causes problems. It causes problems. Or you're looking at somebody else's stuff, or somebody else is looking at your shit, right? And then telling your boyfriend about nonsense that you're posting on your social media channel, right? It's not like you're posting anything bad, but then all of a sudden they're telling your boyfriend, and now it's causing problems in your relationship. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I chose to not do that. I literally chose to not give a shit about social media when it came to me and my relationships. In fact, in a perfect world, I'd like to keep them separated. I told you guys on Facebook, like you can go on my Facebook right now. It says single. It has said single for like, I think since I fucking had started a Facebook account. I've never felt the need to change that. I've never felt the need to put me and my boyfriend's picture as my profile picture like I'm 12. I've never felt the need to do that either. You know, and so it's like, I mean, I get it when you're married, but then again, it's like, this isn't a joint social media page. This is mine. So I really don't, for me, it's never been on the priority spectrum here. So I wouldn't care if he followed me, because people, unless you have a private account, people don't have to follow you to see all your shit. They don't. So it doesn't mean that he's not ever looking at your stuff. He probably very much is looking at your stuff through a whole nother account. So I wouldn't, you have to ask yourself, on the priority spectrum here, what's the goal? Do I want him to follow me on Instagram, or do I want him to fucking ring-a-ding-ding? Hey, honey. Where's the priority here? You know, because people could, like I said, a lot of people follow you on Instagram and you've never even talked to them. You've never talked to them. So it's like, for me, that's not a priority. So for you, I'd focus on what it is that you actually want. And then, you know, obviously a natural progression is to follow you on social media, right? And that's where you guys read too into it, right? It's like, if I'm affirming for a contact, okay, we start talking. Isn't that the natural progression, is to follow you on, well, with the exception of my relationship, but isn't that the natural progression to follow you on social media, right? And the only reason why that's not a thing in my relationship is because he's not active on social media like that. Like, he really doesn't give a shit. He's like, he doesn't have it. He doesn't do it, you know? Like, he doesn't post anything. Like, he doesn't, not like, it's like non-existent to him. So that's why it's not a priority thing here. It was not a natural progression in our relationship, because he's not on social media. He's only on one platform, and that's it. And he doesn't even use that platform. So, you know, so I honestly would not care. I would not care. My SP at one point told me that he wished I didn't live so far from him. Cool, Jackie. Well, he wants to live with you. Yeah, he wants to live with you right now. Because whether that means that he moves here, then that's where he moves, to be closer to you. But do not breathe life into distance. Okay, because distance is going to become a problem. Hey, Julie. Okay, so let's do the cord cutting, okay? Who's ignored everything you've sent for the last, exactly. So, okay, PDW, if she's ignored everything you've sent for the last 8 months, stop what you're doing. Stop it now. What on earth makes you think that you would reach out? What on earth makes you think that she would fucking reach out to you? Because she's ignored you all the way up until now. So what makes you think if you contact her again, she's going to reply this time? She's not. She's definitely not. Because you're chasing. You're forcing the 3D, and you've been doing nothing over the past 8 months but force the 3D. Which is why every time you've reached out, all that does is build that wall between you and SP. That's all that's been doing. So in order for you to knock that shit down, you need to start seeing her as the perfect girlfriend, the girlfriend that wants to be with you because you're also perfect. You need to start seeing that. You need to start affirming for the opposite, and she will contact you. The minute you expect her to contact you and not react, but you have to evolve before this happens, okay? You're going to have to evolve, because she can contact you today. You know what's going to happen if she contacted you right now? Do you know what's going to happen? You're going to go another 8 months of not talking to her again. You know why? because you're not going to do it. You're not doing anything different. You're going to sit there and she's going to contact you right now. She could be like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I know what you're going to do. Oh, shit. Boom, boom, boom. Ping, 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 ping. Message, 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 message about how much you love her, how much you miss her, how much you want to be with her, and beg, beg, plead, and come off as completely fucking desperate. And that's pathetic. Right? We don't want to do that. You can't do that anymore. You have to evolve. You have to think things, you have to think differently. You have to see yourself as the one that's on that pedestal, not her. You're here. She's here. You must only view her as the way that you want and expect her to be for you. And then you need to start expecting that behavior from her, because if you're expecting perfect girlfriend, you would expect her to contact you. But right now, you just keep saying that she's ignored everything. She's ignored, she's ignored, she's ignored, she's ignored. And until you drop that shit, she isn't going to contact you. People that ignore people, guess what they don't do? They don't contact you. I ignore people and I don't contact them, do I? No. One guy's been left on red or undelivered, excuse me, for a long ass time. For a long ass time. He's been talking to himself in my DMs for months. Because I don't give a shit about him. So, that's what's happening to you. What are you fucking doing? I'm going to chop it up to the fact that you're new here. But beyond now, if you don't start evolving, your relationship will always, all your relationships will end the same. Because every one of your relationships, every single one of you, every one of your relationships has been nothing but a pattern. Do you want to know why? Because you are the only thing they all have in common. You're creating the patterns over and over and over and over again. So whether it's not with this SP, it'll be with the next one, the next one, the next one. Over and over and over again. Just like it has been with all of your past SPs. It's one big fucking pattern. Because it's you. It's not them. So you have to do things differently. She hasn't ignored a goddamn thing from you. You, on the other hand, created that version of her that she has no choice. She has no choice but to ignore you because that's your story. So when do you want to change the story? Hopefully now, bitch. Hopefully now. Good, Gianna. Good. That's a great sign. Because if he's in your dreams, that also means that you're in his. That's what that means. You dream about him, he is dreaming about you. That's why people show up in your dreams. Okay? And stop trying to detach. What is up with people fucking wanting to detach? All right. Let's go. Okay, let's go with doing the energy clearing, okay? Because, we're going to have a couple little pep talks with you. Okay? So, all right. So let's go with the energy clearing, okay? So get a picture of your... Oh, yes, Marla. Marla. I literally saw your message come across, and I'm like, ooh. I was like, this is going to be a good one. So... Marla, you kill me. All right, so you have your pictures of your SPs out, right? Oh, I'm going to check. Oh, I'm checking the WhatsApp. I'm going to go have a cocktail while I'm reading that shit. Okay. All right, guys. So, y'all have your picture of your SP. We got to run through this because I got to get my phone charger. Okay. So, here's what I want you guys to do. We're going to do the energy clearing. It is a visualization exercise. Don't read too into it, okay? This works, and it works very quickly if you do it, okay? I forgot that I had done this with an ex of mine. I was not trying to manifest him back, but I was like, well, let's start with exes. Let's cut that energy cord. So I did that with my ex, and I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. Lived in a whole nother state. I moved back home here. And so... he's the Vegas guy. And I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. I did this cord cutting. All of a sudden, within 72 hours, he calls me on the phone. Because well, for one, my phone number's been the same forever. But two, he was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? We had a brief encounter on the phone, and then I was like, because I didn't want to manifest him back. Okay. So, so there's that part. All right. So now it's going to work for you. We want fresh energy. You are not cutting people out of your life. That is not what this technique is for. This technique is to clear the energy between you and your SP, or you and a family member. Okay. I do this on my daughter. She's still here, guys. I do this on my family every single week too. And so when even if you're in a relationship with your SP right now, you should do this because it clears the energy. It keeps it fresh. And then when you're back with your SPs, you definitely should do this after an argument. No argument ever, right? Clear the energy. Because it's not built up stale energy, built up negative energy. It's like starting fresh with you and your SP. Okay, so now it's like, wow, because what's going to happen when you cut the cord is they're going to think of you. But this time when they think of you, it isn't going to be the same way they thought of you in the past. So now when you pop into their mind, they're going to think differently about you. Something's different. They're going to feel something is different. That is because there's no stale energy. There's no past buildup shit that's been holding you back. Okay? All right. So get in a comfy little seat. And this seat is not comfy, but get in a comfortable seat. Excuse me. Now, I want you guys to close your eyes, and you're going to take just a couple, take 3. We're going to do, Christian, we're doing the photo method right after this. Okay. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out, and close your eyes. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a theater, a very dark theater. It's only you. And in front of that theater, or in front of you, there's a stage. And on that stage, there's a beam of light that comes from the ceiling into the center of the stage. And as you stare into that light, you start to notice that you're not alone, that there's someone off in the distance, out of the light. All you can see is a shadow. And then you realize that that shadowy figure is your SP. I want you to go ahead and I want you to call your SP into the light. Say their name. And as they walk into the light, you can start to make out their facial features. You can start to see them. And you notice that there's a gold cord that runs from your third eye into their third eye. And I want you to ask your SP 2 questions. And I want you to hear their response. If you can, hear their voice. Okay, I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Do you love me? Hear them tell you yes again. Now, I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. They don't need to respond. Tell your SP now, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now reach up with your hand as if it's a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut that gold cord from your third eye. And as the gold cord starts to fall to the floor, I want you to take your other hand and I want you to grab the roots of that cord from your third eye, pull them out, and just toss them aside. Now, as that cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon floating into the sky. And your SP starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until they just disappear. Now I'll take one more breath in and out and open up your eyes. Now we have fresh energy, bitches, with you at SP. And that's what this is all about, okay? Is fresh energy with your SPs, okay? You can do this with anybody in your life, okay? Anybody in your life to keep that fresh energy, because you'll notice if you don't do that, there's things that get built up, okay? Built up. So like the arguing continues and it tends to be more frequently. The attitudes tend to be more frequent, right? Things like that, because it's just built up, built up, built up. We don't want that. Okay. We don't want that. Okay. So make this as a priority. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about, Linda? What are you talking about? No one said goodbye. No one said goodbye. I said they started to float away. Did I say to tell them goodbye? No, I didn't say that. It just puts it in perspective for people. The gold cord is the energy cord that runs into your third eye, that runs between you two. So by cutting the energy cord, you cut the cord. And the theater is just some shit I made up. No. None of this is designed to say goodbye, okay? When I told you to cut the cord, oh yeah, you're fine, Linda. It's not like you screwed it up. When I told you to cut the cord and to imagine them floating away, it's the energy, the old energy is floating away, is going away, okay? You're not saying goodbye to your SP. You know what I'm saying? And you're not screwing it up, but you're not saying goodbye. You're just cutting the energy cord, which is why we say, I miss you, or which is why we say, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I said it totally out of order, but you know what I'm saying, okay? Okay, hold on. Let's talk that bliss. How do you go about manifesting with an abusive SP? That's not my shit. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not my thing. Can you help him not be abusive to future SPs of his? Yes. In fact, I would. Okay, by rewriting his story and saying, no, he's actually not the nicest man in the world, right? He has nothing but the utmost respect for women, right? So therefore, we're getting rid of the abusive part of that SP for future partners. But for you, I would never recommend that you stay in a relationship that is abusive. Never in a million years. I was in one. Okay. I was in one long time ago. But I would never, ever manifest that man back. Never. So I want you, Bliss, I want you to love yourself and respect yourself enough to walk away. To know that you deserve better. To know that, and this is a self-concept thing, for you to know that you deserve better, that you deserve to be worshipped, that you deserve to be appreciative, that you deserve everything in life and more. That's what I want you to believe. That you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be treated with respect by everybody. Okay? Somebody asked this question the other day. I don't support abusive. I would never work with somebody to manifest an abusive SP back. No. Instead, I'm petty as fuck. I'd manifest his next relationship where he becomes the abused by a bitch. Yeah. Because I'm petty. You know, I'd want to manifest somebody, a big bitch going and beating his ass up. Because abusive men are cowards. They're fucking cowards. They'd rather hit women than go hit a man. Because they're fucking cowards. And I don't want you to manifest a coward. I want you to manifest a perfect person for you. Okay? Someone who loves you. Because someone who loves you and cares and truly does care about you would never lay hands on you, would never lay hands on you. Because there's nothing you can do or say that would be that severe to ever justify that shit. Ever. So, that's my advice to you. Okay? All right. Okay, you... Le brasseur. It's funny you say that, actually. Because that's exactly what my boyfriend says about my laugh. That's what he says. He goes, oh. Okay. That's right. That's right, Soraya, right? It's like, oh yeah? A bitch is gonna fuck you up, dude. Yeah, how's that one? How's that one? You're gonna become the bitch in the relationship next. In your next relationship, that's what's going on there. Christian, I do think it's wrong to manifest someone who is abusive. Okay, toxic is not the same as abusive in the way I relate the two. I don't view a toxic person as an abuser, okay? But I don't think you should ever want to be with somebody who's abusive. Can you change that person? Yes, you can. But I would change them not for you, but change them to, you know, go be with somebody else and go actually, you know, respect a little bit more. Yeah. No. See, this is where everyone, as you pushed out, is confused bliss. He's not a reflection of you, okay? He is the version that you're selecting, okay? So, and this is not your fault. This is not your fault. But what happens is that is how you see him. So he has to play that part, okay? And it usually started where he said something or maybe told you about his past or said something that alluded to you choosing a not so good version of him. And then he laid hands on you for the first time. And now you're like, oh, he hit me. Now it's an abusive relationship, right? And so then it continues. Every time we argue, it continues. And so this isn't something that is your fault, okay? But no, they're not a reflection of you, but you have put him here on the pedestal and you see yourself here. But the second that changes and you see yourself here now only, so will other people, right? Because I don't want you to put yourself in a situation where that can happen again. Okay? Because there's a lot of really good men out there. So I don't want you to put yourself in a position where that can happen to you again. So I want you to work on self-concept and to being like, no, everybody respects me. Everybody respects me. Like, you know, and work on that self-concept of seeing and knowing that you're worth more than that. You're worth better. Because I've been in one. That's how they get you. Okay? Is they tell you about yourself. And it diminishes your self-concept. Where they have you starting to think that you're somehow fucking blessed that they want to be with you when they're fucking assholes and abusive men. But somehow they're the prize in your life. I get it. I was there. And then they isolate you from friends and family. So now now they have you thinking, well, where the hell am I going to go? So now you think you have to stay? Oh yeah. They're manipulators. They are manipulators. So that's what they do. That's not you though. Okay? That's not you. But I do want you to see yourself as the baddest bitch. Like, you know, like royalty. And everybody else is my fucking puppets. So if you think you're going to come in my reality, I'll think you awaken. If you ever think you're going to come in my reality and you're going to fucking lay hands on me and you're going to disrespect me, I don't fucking think so. And so I don't even have the patience or do I want to spend any of the effort to change you when I can go manifest my perfect person, when I can go manifest the love of my life? What the fuck I look like trying to change your ass for? My energy is best spent elsewhere. That's how I look at it. Okay? Well, thanks for waking, girl. And that's how I want you to look at it, is your energy is best spent elsewhere. Why change this man who's a piece of shit when you can go ahead and figure out what it is that you want in a perfect boyfriend and bring that into your reality instead? Bring that perfect version of your perfect person into your reality and be happy every fucking day. Not have to worry about, because here's the problem, is can you change an abusive partner? Yes, you can. However, you have to only select, and this is for you too, Christian, you have to only select that version of your SP moving forward. The second you don't, he hits you again. That's the problem with that, is because you have that history. So you would have to be so fucking disciplined, like so disciplined, to not react to shit. To, like, if you guys have a disagreement, you would have to be so fucking disciplined to not revert back to, is he gonna fucking hit me? Because the second you do that, which that's very common, is you've now selected abuser again, and then boom, there it goes again. So I would not even want to. That's a level of discipline that is very much needed. It would really, really much, it's a huge level of discipline. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I wouldn't want to waste your energy on it, because I don't think that would be okay, because people lack the fucking discipline on selecting a perfect boyfriend and they're not even in that position. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's safe for you to attempt to change that person, and because the second you select old version again, boom, it's right back to square one. You don't want that, and you don't deserve it. Okay? You don't deserve it. Okay? And don't ever blame yourself. Don't ever blame yourself. As far as I'm concerned, he can go fuck himself. And that's how you have to look at it. Like, how dare you? I'm a queen. I'm a fucking queen. And how dare you think that you're going to come in my shit and disrespect me like that? Never. I love and respect myself enough to tell you to go fuck yourself. That's how I see it. I get a little bit passionate when it comes to situations like that, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. And that's not the vibe at all. I would never want to spend my time changing that fucking person. Because like I said, you'd have to have so much commitment to only selecting good version. And people can't even do that shit. And people don't even have bad boyfriends, and they can't even persist. And you know who the fuck I'm talking to. Can't even persist in perfect boyfriend. So there's that part. Okay, I really need to do this. Hold on, let me go get my charger real quick. Hold on. And then we're going to do the picture method. Okay, but what I will say, Bliss, is you're welcome to pop into my DMs at any time if you want some help. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want you, I know what it's like, and I don't want you to ever go through this alone. So if you need help to not recreate the motherfucker, but if you need help to, if you need someone to talk to and to help you through this process, I'm here. I am here for you. Okay? I'm here for every fucking body. Here. Okay? Okay, Christian, as long as it's not an abuser. Okay? It's not an abuser. We can talk about it. If you want, slide into my DMs, we can talk about it, okay? Some people don't necessarily want to put their shit out here, and that's fine. I don't really, no harm, no foul, right? But if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it and see why your circumstances are very complex. And I'm sure there are reasons why he is toxic. It's all your assumption of him too. Okay, we'll get into that. All right. I know you cannot Gish. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, go for it. My DMs are always open to you guys if you guys have a question or you guys need help getting started, okay? All right, let's do the photo method real quick. See, please. Oh, in case you are new here while you're pulling out the photos of your SP, my name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. Why follow the law when you can leverage? And that's what we're here to do, so that we can get different results. Also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, non-abusive SPs. Hey, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to jump on a one-on-one coaching call, talk about your current situation, where you're at, so that we can recreate your SP together and you have a nice, simple plan to manifest your SP back, then go ahead and book that too. All links are in my bio, okay? We also have a free WhatsApp community that's free through the weekend. It is going to be changing, okay? So go ahead and get into the WhatsApp group now while it is free. We're going to be doing monthly challenges. I'm going to be hosting Zoom Q&As where we all jump on and I'll answer any questions you have. You also have access to all of those recordings as well. And then we're going to be doing some fun things in there, okay? All right. Now, I also do have text support coaching as well. So if you want unlimited text support coaching, then you can go ahead and get that, okay? For everybody else who got it, it's different. Okay. So yeah, we have that. And then also I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And so if you ever miss a live, don't even trip, buttercup. I post them always on the tube of you. So you can go ahead and, watch the replays, mute the volume, help me get my watch hours up, and subscribe. I don't care. I just want to help more people understand that they can actually leverage the law and not conform to it. And I want to clear up some misconceptions that people have been led to believe on the fucking internet. That is bullshit. Okay. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you guys do the same. All right. I know what I'm doing. The amount of testimonials I have are like they far surpassed the people who have been doing this shit for years. But that's because I tell you what they don't tell you. And it's because I know what works and they don't know what works. Okay. It's good that you think that way. There's a coach who doesn't judge and you said that. Yeah, I think that's wrong. Because they're not going to tell you what I know. And it's the version that you're selecting, Christian. And if you don't have extreme discipline, and I mean extreme discipline, to only select perfect boyfriend, which people have a hard time doing, well, then the abuse will continue. I don't believe in karma, but I don't think that's a good business model to have. Nina, we're going to do the picture method, so hold all your questions. But I didn't know I wanted to do this. I actually didn't at all. I taught manifestation when it came to weight loss because I lost over 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise. So that's really what I was teaching. And then I posted my success story and a bunch of people wanted to know if I could help them too. And so I was like, And then I was like, but then I know there's a lot of bullshit on the internet because I did 8 months of law of attraction and I didn't attract shit. And so I knew there was a lot of false information and I knew what works. I did in a short amount of time. So I figured if I can help people get the loves of their lives back, then I'm doing good work in this world and getting them results versus all the bullshit that's out there on the fucking internet. Like, cause I bought into all of that. I bought into all the things. And they know this and they try to prey, especially law of attraction tries to prey on your vulnerability. And all they give a shit about is themselves. That's all they care about is themselves. And which is why they don't reply to anybody's comments in their videos. Go ahead, look, they don't. They give it a little heartsy. That's it. And they only do that for the first day, maybe the first hour. Then they've moved on. But that's how the algorithm works. Is you post a video and you're supposed to hang out there and then you're supposed to heart on the things for an hour and they push your video. I'm not going to play their game. Okay. But that they don't give a shit about anybody in their communities at all. And so I'm different. I actually give a shit. And people are used to that when it comes to the manifestation community. So, all right, let's go ahead and yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the photo method. You have the pictures of your SPs out right now, okay? So I want you to go down memory lane. I want you to go back into the past when everything in your relationship was like postcard perfect, okay? They checked all the boxes. You were madly in love with this person, right? Like everything in your relationship was perfect. I want you to remember right now, who was that person for you? Who were they as a person for you? How did they treat you? How did they make you feel? Spend about 30 seconds and remember that version of your SP. The SP that is perfect. Your perfect person. Forget who they were 5 seconds ago. That's the old story. That doesn't matter. I want you to take your perfect version, the one that you were madly in love with, and I want you to take him and bring him into your current reality. I want you from this point forward to only see your SP as that version for you. Perfect. The one who the one who talks to you all the time. The one who's constantly showing you affection. The one who wants to spend all his time with you. The one who wanted to be with you. The person who loved you. From this point forward, I want you to only hold that version. Okay, right now. That person is here with you. He's waiting for you to select that version of him so that they can contact you, so that they can love you, so they can be with you, so they can constantly spend time with you. So you're choosing right now to select only that version of your SP. And you will not waver from that version. Okay? Now, you're going to pull out your SP's picture. Remember, your SP, the one that's in your current reality, in your 3D right now, is only your perfect boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. Perfection. For you. The one who loves you, cares about you, treats you with respect, who worships the ground that you walk on. That person. Okay? Now, if you are new here, I want you to put on your crown. Okay? If you are not new here, then you should already have your crown on because we don't take our crowns off here ever. We wear our crowns 24/7. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. And we expect it when we want it. Okay? That is now you. That spoiled ass bitch that gets everything that she wants. That queen or king. You're going to hold that energy in your reality. And you're going to tell your SP what to do. Okay, but the key is, if you are only choosing perfect SP, they will do what you expect them to do. Quickly. Okay? So while I'm talking, I want you to tell yourself right now that I know they're contacting me. I know they're going to contact me. Tell yourself that right now. Those exact words. I know he or she is going to contact me right now. Okay? Now, you're going to look at your SP's picture. If you are alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of authority. If you are not alone, then say it in your mind. Okay? Don't look like a wacko. Okay? And you're going to look at their picture and you're going to give your command. Now, if you are, now the key word here is a command. When kings and queens give a command, do they wonder if it's going to be fulfilled? No. Do they question if they're going to do it? No. Do they check to see if it's been done? No. They don't have to do any of that. You know why? Because they expect it to be done. Because they're the queen. They're the king. They gave the command. It must be fulfilled. So they know it. And now you are that person. And now you know and expect it to be done. Whatever you say, you expect it to be done when you say it. Okay? Okay, now if you're in contact, if you're in no contact, or you are in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then I want you to look at your SP's photo, and I want you to say with a little bit of authority. You can say contacting, texting, or calling. However they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how it's going to happen, so don't worry about it. Okay? So you can say, look at their picture and say, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. Okay? And you're saying this while we go on a little break so I can go to the bathroom. Okay? Now, if you are in constant contact, then you can move to the next step if you want, or you can tell them to contact you right now and just prove that you're a badass bitch. I can have them do whatever you want, right? Or you can move to the next step and you could say, you're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. Okay? Now, if you're in a relationship with said SP, okay? Well, let's back up for a sec. If you are in a situationship with SP, then you're going to look at their picture and you're going to tell them, you want a relationship with me right now. You want a relationship with me right now. You want a relationship with me right now. Okay? Now, if you are in a relationship with said SP, you are going to now, I swear, you're a badass bitch, Lisa, and now you're going to prove it to yourself. Because he's calling you today. Yeah, he's calling you today. In fact, he's calling you right now. Okay? Now, you are, if you are in a relationship with your SP, then have fun with this. You can say whatever you want. You can have them do whatever you want today. You want them to bring you flowers? You want them to buy you dinner? You want them to bring you dinner? You want them to rub your feet? You want to have a little sexy time? Whatever you want them to do, that's your command to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay? All right. Stay the course, guys. Have fun with this and give your commands and expect them to contact you. And we're back. Okay, so now you're gonna go about your day. You're gonna go about your day and just know that they're contacting you. They have to. They don't have a choice in the matter. They don't have a choice in the matter. Okay, the second you expect different behavior from your SP, it will show up exactly that way. You have to expect it. There's no way around it. Okay, so that's where I told you guys, good Lisa. And that's where I told you guys, I want you guys to throw something random out there. Just have a random thought today that they're gonna do something. Just a random thought, and just go about your day. Just think about it or say it one time and keep it pushing. Watch how quickly that shows up, because you didn't think about it again. Cocktails always help. Always help. So there's that part. Okay? So you guys have this, okay? Yes, good, Michelle. Good. And what do you mean? He posted a picture of you. Because he loves posting a picture of you. Okay? Yes, Jennifer. First of all, you have to stop seeing them that way, okay? Good, Jessica. You have to stop seeing him as stubborn, prideful, and a fear of rejection. Okay, because the more you show that shit, that's right, Michelle. The more you view your SP as being that way, they have to be that way. They don't have a choice, because that's your description of them. That's how you're describing them. In your mind, you're over here describing them as everything you don't want them to be, and therefore they have to push that out. And it usually stems from one time. Okay? One time he showed or one time he did something, and you now started putting labels on that. Oh, he's stubborn. Yeah, oh. Here he goes letting his pride get in the way. Oh, he has a fear of rejection, right? Or whatever. And this is something that you said at one time and it pushed out. So now the next time, yeah, he was stubborn again. And you're like, see, fucking stubborn. Yeah, because you said it once. You thought about that one time. That's now the version of him you have selected. So you're constantly selecting a version of your SP all the time. All the time. So if you keep selecting stubborn, pride gets in the way, that's what you're going to get. Fear of rejection, that's exactly what he's going to reflect back to you. But the good news is you can change that shit. Okay, you can change it right now by saying, no, not at all. He's not prideful. Like, he loves me. In fact, he worships the ground that I walk on. You know, stubborn, no. He cares. He puts my feelings above his own, right? He makes me I'm the only priority in his life. Right? Describe him as that way, and he will reflect that version back to you. Okay? But that's the key to manifesting your SP back. But they don't tell you that. They're always making it sound like recreating your SP is a fucking option. It's not an option. It's a requirement. How you see them is everything. Which is why two people will get two totally different versions of the same person. Right, of the same SP, is you get one version and somebody else gets another version, because their assumptions of your SP are very different than your assumptions of your SP, and their descriptions are very different. This is why a lot of you guys will have a problem with them being different when it comes to their friends, right? Like, they treat their friends very differently. Oh, they say that they're always too busy to hang out with me after work, but if their friends call, then they have no problem going out with their friends. Yeah. Because their friends have a very different description of your SP. They think they're the priority. They think your SP is great, right? That's their description of your SP. Therefore, he conforms to that version. Versus you like to bitch about your SP. Therefore, you get SP that doesn't spend time with you, that doesn't make you a priority, that doesn't want to be with you, that treats you like shit and treats you like a second option. So it's always how you describe them. This was, so for me, it didn't have, for when I was manifesting my SP, it didn't have anything to do with it had nothing to do with how I was describing him, because I never took that away from him. I never saw him as a bad person, ever. I always saw him as a great person, right? But then someone else saw him as the complete opposite. And therefore, that person got complete opposite version. I got perfect version. And I continue to, because that's that's what I know about this person, right? However, this is where you guys have to realize that you need to also you want to have your cake and eat it too, okay? So it's like, even though you see them as perfect, what are some things that you don't like, right? Or it seems like it wasn't a big deal at the time, but it kind of annoys you. Well, now flip that. Pepper that into the description of your SP, right? Different things like that. Rampages, they work up really well. Because everyone has their own reality. So they keep bringing up the old story because you are somewhere in your mind, you're telling yourself that he doesn't want to, or that he can't let the past go, right? He keeps bringing up, why does he keep bringing up the past? Well, he has to not continue to bring it up, right? Because he's spiritually asleep. So most people will bring up the past because they're not spiritually awakened, right? So, and tries to use it against you. Yeah, that might be true, but you can't let that happen. You can't let that affect your life. Instead, you change that about the person and say, yeah, no, they actually never bring up the past. They don't care about the past at all. Now he'll stop bringing it up, right? It's that version of the person that you're selecting, okay? Then you'd have to override that, okay? I personally think that, and this is a personal preference of mine, is I personally think that it's different if you didn't know they were married, okay? It's different up front if you didn't know they were married and then now you found out about it, then I feel like conflicted about that one. But I'm in this space to bring people back together, not to tear marriages apart, you know? Because I put myself in someone else's shoes. I wouldn't want to do that to someone else. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to help people tear marriages apart? I'm here to save marriages. I'm here to bring people back together, not tear them apart, right? So, because it only takes one person to save a marriage, you know. Plus, the problem that you'll have, Nina, the problem that you'll have is that you'd have to significantly override the assumption of him as a husband, okay? You would have to significantly override your assumption of him as a husband, because it's kind of one of those like, well, if he'd do it to her, wouldn't he do it to you type of assumptions, right? So therefore it's like, if this got started in this way, then it's like, let's say he gets a divorce, right? Let's say he gets a divorce and you guys get together and you guys get married. You would have to only see him as perfect, like you'd have to be very disciplined to see him as perfect husband, and not to assume that if this man goes to the bar on a Wednesday with his friends, to assume that he would find somebody else because he did it with you. You know what I'm saying? So there's that part. Right, and so you'd have to change that assumption, or you'd be creating gutter trash in your own relationship again, because you would find yourself naturally questioning things that they do, right? If he puts his phone, God forbid he puts his phone, you know, upside down on the table, you'd be like, is he talking to someone else? You know what I'm saying? What about if we were married for 27 years and he let me get married and he let me? Well, then that's where I'm conflicted when it comes to the matter, Kelly. Go get your fucking husband back. He was your husband. That's where the conflicted part comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's where I kind of come in, you know, to the whole notion. So, yeah, I mean, you guys have a very lengthy history, and I'm assuming you have, like, a family. You're fighting for your family at this point, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think everyone should. I will, Oliver. I think that everyone should be fighting for their families. You know, because the reality is a lot of you guys, there's children involved, right? May not be your children. Yeah, Kelly, that's what I thought. Yeah, go get your fucking man back. That's your family. Okay? And so a lot of you guys need to remember this, is a lot of you, there's children involved, okay? May not be your children, but there's children involved. And why wouldn't you want to fight for that? Why wouldn't you want to fight for the family? Huh? For family. That's what you're fighting for. You're fighting for, no, I'm going to go fight for my family. That's all I'm doing, is I'm going to get what's mine so our family can come together again. You understand? Because that's what this is about. I don't give a fuck if you have dogs with the man. Well, you know what? That's family. It's because, let me tell you, people, for them, dogs are everything. You know what I'm saying? They're family members. Okay? And so it's where you should have that notion. You should have that this is beyond just me. You know, I'm evolving myself so that I can have the best relationship ever, so that my family can be whole all the time. You know, so that everyone is happy all the time. Like me and my SP, and we are the best family. That's what this is about. You know, it's not just you and SP. Kids are affected by this. You're affected by this. Every day that goes by, you're allowing your feelings to get hurt. You're allowing yourself to cry. You're allowing yourself to cry and be lonely and to miss somebody. Why? When you have the ability to go get that person back. You are, bitch. You are. That's what you have to understand. You're all so powerful. You're so powerful. And you guys have, for the longest time, given that power away. Listen to people talk to you about their fucking stories, and you've let that affect your relationship. You've reacted to stupid shit that didn't necessarily recall reacting to. You weren't disciplining your mind. You weren't disciplining your fucking mouth. None of that. You weren't disciplining any of that shit. Therefore, what happened? The breakup. And here you are, over and over and over again, keeping them away from you. Why? Why would you do that when you are the one that has the ability to bring them home? Do you enjoy sleeping alone at night, every night? No, you don't. Do you enjoy eating alone? No, you don't. Do you enjoy going to restaurants and watching families sitting there together with their loved ones, or couples on date night while you're not? So then what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Why are you doing this to yourself? Beating yourself up over and over and over again. I didn't go anywhere because it was difficult for me to look at couples out there having a great time when I didn't have that. So I disciplined myself. I said, oh, I want him back. What I've done isn't fucking working. Law of attraction has done nothing but waste 8 months of my damn life. I'm good on that shit. Or 7 months of my life. Whatever. I'm good on that. I'm all fucking done. I'm all done. I'm actually going to go all in. I will play full out. And I'm going to go get what the fuck I want. And I'm going to get it when I want it. And I've waited long enough. So, honey, you're coming home. And you're fucking coming home right goddamn now. Right now. Because that's what I'm here for. I am a better person. He will see it. And you need to fight. Fight for your fucking self, for Christ's sakes. Give it all you got. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by giving it all you have and saying, I'm going to play full out because I owe it to myself. I don't want to live alone. I want the love of my life back. I want my perfect person back, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit who doesn't like it. Who gives a fuck? I don't care who doesn't support my decision. I do not care who doesn't support my decision. I don't care who doesn't like my SP. Do you think I give a shit? No, I don't. So they're just going to have to fucking deal with it because I'm going to get my man, and I'm going to go get him now. Do you think anybody supported me? No. You think I gave a shit? No. Absolutely not. This is, you know why? Because it's not their life. It's not their life. People can tell you all day long about how you should live your life. But you know what? After they're done telling you about your life, they go back to their lives, not giving a shit about yours. So, why would you let them affect you? Why would you let them why would you listen to them? This is your life. You are allowed to have and be with whoever the fuck you want. Who gives a shit if someone doesn't like it? I don't care. Grow up and deal with it. Do you think I give a shit? No. Do you think I'm going to marry my parents? No. So you know what? They have no right to tell me who the fuck I should and shouldn't be with. At all. It doesn't matter. Stop letting other people's opinions matter or taint your decision. You are the person that deserves to have everything you've ever fucking wanted. And more. You can choose to be with whoever you want, no matter who cares. No matter what other people say. I told you, no one supported it. No one. Well, not no one. My bestie did. But my family. No. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. Because this is my life. In fact, they're upset now because you know why? Because I've decided to live my life on my terms. I could do whatever the fuck I want. And I could be with whoever I want. They're not in control of that. It's not up to them to decide. We live in a fuck America, for Christ's sakes. It is not up for you to decide who the hell I should and shouldn't be with. I don't care because this is my life. Just like this is your life. So you need to get a grip. You need to stop with the bullshit. You need to stop viewing the worst in your SP. You have to stop doing that because it doesn't make you feel good to see them as an asshole, to see them as being mean and hurting your feelings. That doesn't make you feel good. So why do you keep describing them that way? Why do you keep sabotaging your own manifestation? Even if you view them as a good person, you question every fucking thing. You question everything. You sabotage yourself over and over and over again. It's like, no, I see them as a person, but I don't think they're going to text me today. I don't think they want to talk to me. I don't think they want to be with me. Why would you do that? For what? For what purpose? That's not helping you. You want your man to come and see you? Well, you know what? Pop those titties up. Stand up straight and expect him to do what you want him to do. Expect that behavior from your SP right now. I don't care about history. I don't care about what your 3D is showing you right this second. I don't give two fucks because you have the ability to change it. Do you want to see the same thing tomorrow? Damn, Lisa. Do you want to see the same thing in your reality tomorrow? Or do you want to see something different in your reality tomorrow? Stop with the cycles. You stop with the cycles. End the cycle now. Damn. Damn, y'all got some big ass titties. Okay? So I want you guys to end this cycle that's been running your life. Okay? You've been running on autopilot your entire life. And how the fuck has that been working out for you? Okay, so you need to sit there and you need to... That's what I'm working on right now. I'm manifesting bigger titties. I look like I got a boob job. Shit. But this has been nothing but patterns for you in all your relationships. I tell you guys, there's only one thing all your partners have in common. Fucking you. So when are you going to do something different? You're evolving as a person, not for your SP, for you. So that you can have a better version of your SP, so that you can have a better relationship with your SP. Because now, that's always been my point here, is to get you to understand what caused the breakup. Because the second you can understand what caused the breakup, you can get a grip and realize, oh shit, this makes sense now. Now I can cause the makeup. Just like I caused the breakup. No more effort involved. No more freaking effort involved. Yeah, doodles. So you manifested, damn bitch, you manifested a big old ass titty. So you know what? You need to go manifest your man. Same way. Okay? Same way. Just be, guys. Just fucking be. Stop suffocating your manifestations. Stop suffocating them. Stop trying. Stop trying. I told you guys today, I want you guys I want you guys to just throw something out there. Just verbalize something or think about something one fucking time. And then keep it pushing. Move on with your day. And watch it show up. Because you didn't suffocate it. You weren't checking to see if it was happening. At all. You weren't checking shit. You just said it and you kept it moving. In fact, you just moved on from it that you just totally forgot about it. Because you just said it one time. And then you'll remember because it'll show up. And you'll be like, oh damn. I was just thinking about that. Of course. Of course. Because you didn't suffocate on it. You didn't dwell on it. You weren't checking the 3D for movement every damn 2 seconds. You weren't doing any of that. At all. So you don't have to do that now. You don't have to do that now. You can have whatever you want. So create whatever you want. Stop folding. Stop letting your SPs tell you what your shit is. No, I don't think so. I don't care. I told you guys need to walk around like children on a schoolyard whenever your SP tells you something that you don't want to hear. La, 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 la. You have no idea what the fuck they're saying. I don't care. I don't give a shit what you're saying. What did you say? Like you speak English? Well, every time they yell at you, all you hear is Chinese, bitch. Huh? What did they say? Okay, I don't know what they said. In here? Oh no, he's in love with me. Oh, he's so in love with me. He is so in love with me. He is so in love with me. Why, he's telling you to go fuck yourself at the moment. No, he is so in love with me. Oh, he loves me. I am the love of his life. He is so in love with me. We have the best relationship. We literally have the best relationship. Yeah. While they're fucking... No need to respond. For what? Let them do this. And in here, you're not even listening. You ain't got time to even listen and entertain their ass. Because it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Because in here, you're the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. You're the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. And now he's done talking. Now you can move on. Yeah. You know, in fact, he'll be like, did you even hear what I said? Mm-hmm. I heard what I said, motherfucker. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I only hear what I want to hear. And if I hear something I don't want to hear, then I change that shit. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change it. And you know what? If I have to change it over and over and over again, that's what I'm going to do. I firmly stand by flipping your thoughts, okay? I manifest all the time because I didn't flip the thought. Not serious shit. I mean, you guys know about my stuff. So, I manifested my breakup because I said it one time. One time. Everything in our relationship, we had the perfect relationship up until the disagreement where I said one time and then the next day the breakup. If I would have known what I know now, I would have flipped that shit. Okay? And then we wouldn't, well, but then again, Do you see that? Do you guys understand the sacrifice I made for you? I manifested the breakup so I can manifest the makeup, so I can help all of you know how to do it too. No, it wasn't. I'm totally joking, but it wasn't fears, right? Fear is an emotion, okay? It doesn't manifest, right? Like I'm scared of spiders, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be over, crawling with spiders all over my body. The emotions are not, I love you, Lisa. The emotions are not what manifest. It's the thoughts. So you can be sad, but if your thoughts align with, like, let's say you're crying, if you allow your thoughts to align with the emotion, it's the thoughts that are manifesting. It isn't the emotion. Okay. Just like anger. If you could be angry, you could be super angry. It's the thoughts that align with the emotion. Okay. Which is why I say you have to flip it. Okay. You have to flip it because, like, let's say, and that's where I told you guys, we have to learn to leverage what we know about the law, right? So we know there's a delay in the law, okay? In manifesting, right? There's a delay. So, in the 3D, excuse me. So because we know there's a delay in the 3D, so it's saying, okay, well, I'm not perfect. So we're all damn near perfect, but anyway, be like, so sometimes I react, but that's okay. So if my SP says some shit that pisses me off, I'm going to kindly remove myself. Hey, Danielle, Queen. Oh, Danny. I'm going to kindly step back and remove myself from the situation. I got to go to the bathroom, some shit. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to cuss that motherfucker out, not to his face, but to myself. I'm going to give me about 30 seconds to a minute to just vent. And then when I'm all done crying about it, I'm going to pick myself up, tell myself, he's the perfect boyfriend. He is the perfect boyfriend. He is the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Then I'm going to bring my ass back inside. Bathroom break is over. No bad job done. That didn't even make sense. No. You got what I was saying. It won't slide back, okay? It won't slide back because you allowed yourself to process and let it out, not to his face, because that's where you always went wrong before, is letting it out, telling him off to his face. So instead, it's internalized to yourself. You can say it out loud to yourself, and then you flip it. Perfect boyfriend, best relationship. Perfect boyfriend, best relationship. And then carry on. No hard felda. You're totally Gucci. Okay, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. You have to understand, this is why I don't parrot Neville Goddard, is because Neville Goddard he did not create manifestation. Okay? Like, he's not the creator of the law. And he's one fucking person. He's one person. Okay? And he taught based on his assumptions. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love his book. I love the fact that he ties everything, I love how he ties everything back to the Bible. I think it's fascinating to see how he connects it to, because it puts the Bible in perspective, right? But he taught based on his assumptions. So if he had the assumption that the feeling is the secret, that's why he's teaching you that, because that was his assumption. It doesn't have to be yours at all. It doesn't have to be yours at all. Okay? Because let's think logically here. Let's think logically. If the feeling is the secret, then we're all doomed. Because who the fuck walks around in a happy ass mood 24/7? A high vibration. Who does that 24/7? Why would you be happy you're not with your SP? I'm not saying you're walking around miserable, but why would you be happy about not being with your SP when you thought about him? That's fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And nobody walks around town just happy-go-lucky all 24/7. Like nothing ever bad happens. Just walk around town like everything in my life is fucking perfect, even though it's showing me it's not. Who the hell is happy to be broke? So, you know, the feeling is not the secret to anything. Okay? Because I had a down day where I cried, but I affirmed through the tears, and nothing bad happened. And I was crying. I have manifested plenty of shit angry. Because the feeling is not what's manifesting. It's the thoughts behind the feelings, which is why he says the feeling is the secret. Because when you align the thoughts with the feeling, he's accrediting the feeling to what's manifesting. It's not. And then that would be like saying manifestation only goes one direction. Right? Is you have to feel it to be real. And that's what he's meaning. Like that you have to feel it to be, no, feel what to be real? How do you know what it feels like to be rich if you've never been rich? How do you know what it's like to feel to be skinny if you've never been skinny? You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. How do you know what it feels like to be married if you've never been married? It's all of those type of things where it's like, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I would not see it here again. Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing is what I'm here to help you guys do is to never, I don't know, Jackie, but you can literally buy it on Amazon. It's like $20, but it's an entire collective of his books. But let me just let you know, because I don't know why I didn't know this, but it's a collection of he has like 12 books, okay? But it's like $20 you can buy his collection. But just know that it's about as thick as the fucking Bible. I don't know why I thought it was like I was going to get a dozen books. No, that motherfucker was like, that thing was like this thick and one book. And I was like, oh damn. Okay, so this is one book. Got it. But it's like as thick as the Bible. Actually, I think it's thicker than the Bible, if I'm being quite frank. Only because of the paper it's being printed on. But this is the one thing though that I will never do for you, is what I will never do is create assumptions in you that don't benefit you, right? That don't benefit you, because if you went off of everything Neville Goddard said, you'd be confused. It would be like a whole job, right? Because he's teaching from his own personal experiences, but you would be confused because he talks about a lot of shit. He talks about a lot of stuff. And then you guys would literally be like all stuck in like, well, I have to feel it to be real. So if I'm not feeling it to be real, then it's not working. That doesn't benefit you. That assumption does not benefit you, right? And you have to understand that you are the assumptions. Oh yeah. Brahma, you know what? I will tell you, I really love when you post this nonsense that you hear on the internet, because I'm starting to take screenshots of them for video content. Thanks, Brahma. Keep bringing them. Keep bringing them. Yeah. Just aside. I mean, it's kind of like somebody in here earlier was saying that somebody said you don't have to affirm because affirming is saying you don't have it. That sounds fucking stupid. You affirm 60 to 80,000 times a day. Every thought is an affirmation. Every thought is an affirmation. And so you may as well affirm for what the fuck you want, instead of letting your thoughts just, fuck you up and have you not feel good about your life. But don't ever listen to somebody's advice. If it doesn't make sense for you or sounds like a whole lot of work, don't do it. Manifestation is not complicated. So we need to stop complicating shit, okay? We need to stop complicating things. Oh yeah, Jiminy, let me Let me get that handled by this weekend. It'll be up by this weekend, okay? Now, Bayside Babe, listen. Okay, because I have to go in a second. But every day you come on here with some ridiculous bullshit, and you know it. You are not persisting in perfect boyfriend, but they haven't conformed. How the fuck do you know that? How do you know that? They could be walking around right now as your perfect boyfriend. But what are you affirming for? Okay? And why are you checking? I keep telling you, if you're checking shit, bitch, you are not persisting in anything other than your 3D. That's the only thing you're persisting in is your 3D. Because you're checking, you're obsessed with checking the 3D, that like for confirmation. And I mean, you've been persisting in, just let me help get this right. You've been persisting in, what? In what? In not being consistent. You need to stop that. Because you're not expecting that. You're not knowing that he's going to text you. I told you, why don't you just start telling yourself, I know he's texting me right now. I know he's texting me right now, right? Because the subconscious mind produces what you know. So it also takes you at your word. Okay? So if it takes you at your word and only tells you what you know, well then guess what? If it only pushes out, this is again leveraging the law. Your subconscious mind takes you at your word. Okay. It also pushes out what you know, and it has no opinion of its own. So why don't you just start telling yourself you know? Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go buy a nanny cam. And we'd have to talk on the side. Okay. We'd have to get on some kind of call or something to figure out where you're going wrong, because Lisa is a perfect example. She was the same. No, I'm doing everything, right? But somewhere there's something blocking it. Somewhere something is blocking it, okay? Something is blocking it. And so that's what we figure out what that is, and then we course correct. I think Scott mistyped that with his pause. What happened? How to manifest him choosing to be official about us to his family. They're Muslims and I'm not. Okay, I get where this is going. Okay, and this last question I'm going to answer because I do got to jet. Okay, individ. All right. Tell him that. To his photo, okay? To his photo, start telling him that, okay? You look at his picture and you can say, you're telling your family about us. You're telling your family about us. You're telling your family about our relationship, okay? Plus, you need to view his family, like as the way you describe him, you need to tell yourself that his family, they absolutely love you. The family absolutely loves you, right? You cannot view, you have to flip the fact that they're Muslim, okay? So you cannot view the fact that his family are Muslims, that's an obstacle on why he hasn't told the family about you. And because that's going to be a problem in your relationship in general. Because you'll view the fact that they're Muslims as a reason he hasn't told the family about you and the reason they don't like you or accept you. No. There's people every day that go against their culture. That go against the culture for someone they love, okay? So the family absolutely respects his decision, right? Describe your SP's family and him as somebody who's very proud to be in a relationship with you, that he does not care, and he talks about you to his family all the time, right? And his family, they love that you're not Muslim. They think you're perfect for their son, and they completely 100% support your relationship together. Okay, you have to come from that perspective, because that will change and that will push out, okay? That will push out. All right, party people. If you're interested in having me manifest for you, or you want to book a one-on-one coaching session with me so we can figure out where you're going wrong so that you can get your shit right. That's what I'm here for. Okay? You're like an MC. I would love to stay on, but I do have to, I'm going to go hang out with Honey Bunny and my daughter. So, all right, guys. I love you. If you need anything, if you have any questions, my DMs are open to you. I could always go ahead and get you started. All right? And listen to your unique situation, because they're not fucking unique. I hate to break it to you. I love you all, and I will catch you tomorrow. I will be at live poolside again at 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right, besties? I love you, bestie. See you tomorrow. Bye. Or not, because it doesn't want to let me go.